Well, what do we have here? Days since Boogie has last deleted his Twitter account, reset the counter to 0. Now, I got a lot of messages about this. I usually wouldn't stream it this time. Usually I stream a bit later, like 8 hours from now. But I'm a bit busy tonight, so I thought we'd go with this right now. Quick rundown of what's going on is that Boogie2988, or as he's more commonly known, Boogie1488, has, for the last 2 years, been claiming that he had cancer. Now, if you've ever seen the Boogie documentary, which we did go over, he has a lot of things wrong with him. So it's pretty believable that he would also have some form of cancer just because his lifestyle is so disgusting. I mean, maybe the cancer has Boogie, I don't know. But I guess no one really checked in on this or confirmed this. But today on the lolcow podcast, which is a podcast where Boogie, Wings, I guess Keem and Tommy C are there too sometimes. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. I don't watch it that often. From time to time, it's interesting. This stream was originally titled Keem leaving the podcast. So it's a bit clickbaity. It was a bit clickbaity because Keem's going on holiday for like 2 weeks or something. They've changed it now because there was a bit of a bombshell happened. But let me just show you something. This makes me kind of mad because Boogie's always like talking about, oh, it's impossible to lose weight. I'm taking no Ozempic. I got the like he legit beat the bypass surgery. He got the stomach staples. They cut his stomach down, and he somehow found a way to keep getting fatter. But like, look at this. Oh wait, I gotta unmute the thing first. There we go.
Okay, you two bitches, beg.
5 seconds into the stream, he's got a Mountain Dew in his hand. 5 seconds. It only takes 5 seconds. But this is a 4-hour podcast. We're gonna skip to when Destiny shows up. That's when the real fireworks start in about 4 minutes. Then we'll skip to when Metokur and Mutahar showed up as well. But I'll go through a couple of the tweets first. You can see here. This is what we're in for tonight, apparently. Colossal is crazy. Boogie Pig after being exposed for lying about having cancer for 2 years and using it to promote a scam. Yes, this is actually the second scandal Boogie's had in the month because he was shilling a cryptocurrency called Fatty Coin, which CoffeeZilla called him out on, and he took $10,000 to scam his remaining audience. But apparently he gets naked today. I guess we'll find out. And this is a choice clip. We'll see. Let's see. Boogie said it's possible his doctor lied about cancer diagnosis for clout. Let's see what this one's on.
Is it possible?
Let me just turn this up.
That next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, "Do I have cancer?" And he says, "Well, no. It could turn into cancer." Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice.
Always somebody else's fault, by the way. It's always somebody else's fault. It's that damn Dr. A logs that told me that I had cancer.
But I guess that's possible.
you're saying that's possible. A person that knows they have cancer would be like, no, that is not possible at all. I have cancer.
Well, I'm saying I do have cancer and know it is very unlikely, but I guess it's possible my doctor could be a fucking quack. I guess it's possible he's been lying to me for clout. I guess it's possible that he's been...
What a statement. What a statement. The doctor's been lying to me for clout. Yeah, he's getting those sweet doctor numbers on Twitter, on YouTube. Like, what, do doctors all have YouTube channels now? Is this a society that we live in? What is going on here? Like, what do you mean by that? Lying for... Like, does he even say his doctor's name? What does he mean by that?
I don't think he's lying to you, Boogie.
I don't need. I guess that's a possibility.
By the way, don't...
Is it possible?
And there's also, let's see this. So Kirsch on Twitter, or is this Kirsch or is it somebody else? I don't know. I don't know how the VTubers work. Keem offering Boogie $15,000 for his medical records. Mutahar offering an additional $50,000, and Boogie trying to die on the hill of I will never release my medical records to prove I'm not lying about having cancer. This is like this. Apparently, Boogie now wants to stand on some sort of principle. This is a man, by the way. This is a man that got on his hands and knees and begged Daddy Keemstar for forgiveness after he gave a bit of information away to Review Tech USA, because the lolcow podcast isn't that successful. I mean, I guess it does okay for its size, but you'd expect that with such big names on the show that it would be doing a lot better. Now, today was their most successful day ever. I think they got like 20 or 30,000 people watching. for these revelations. It's really fascinating to me how Boogie's like the only person who can't make money from his name. But he literally begged Keemstar and I'll just show you, shall I?
So bad. Entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking review Tech USA because I'm so thirsty to just talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser. Make that video, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar.
He got his child bride to record this, by the way. Like, if you're unaware, this is Boogie's girlfriend. I think she's like 20 or something, but they started dating when she was like 18 or 19. There's a bit of controversy about that as well, but he's getting his child bride to record this all from. How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go over.
So there you go. Now, I'll also mention that apparently when it rains, it pours. Apparently Captain Have Fun is just like OD'd live on stream in Valhalla's birthday party. I don't know about this. I'll have to check this. I'll have to ask Max what this is all about, because I have no idea. But he's just...
You all right, brother?
What happened? It's like 7 o'clock in California.
Wait, what time is it in California? Is it only like 7?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to check in on... This is maybe we'll check in on on Captain later on, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So... we'll skip to the first 45 minutes because that is where they're talking about Keem. I'm not really interested in that. Also, Examoon rejoined as member. Thank you very much. And also with a 5 Canadian says, Emily is Pro is still banned for Twitch for fake cancer 8 years ago. Faking cancer is a career ender. Yeah, it is. It's really disgusting thing to do. And Boogie has, and I'll talk about this a bit more as we go through, but Boogie has a weird sort of compulsion where he has to be the victim. He has to have people feel sorry for him. And I think that's why he's latching onto this so strongly, because the offers was like $50,000, $70,000 US dollars. And Boogie is in dire straits. He needs the money. Keemstar is paying for his mortgage. And he talks about how much he's lost everything. And it's crazy because if you go over to his YouTube channel, where is it? Here. He's got almost 1 billion views. I mean, he's like 70 million off, so I guess. But he's got close to 934,000 views. Sorry, 934 million views. He could close in on 1 billion views before he dies if he knows what he's doing. But for some reason, he's just broke all the time. It's crazy to see how much he's wasted his opportunities. But yeah, like, that's another thing about this is really kind of crazy, is that Jim comes in, who is actually dying of cancer, and to talk about it. Jim did a stream when he was talking about Boogie in particular, when he did the crypto scam. And it's pretty powerful stuff, actually. If you go watch it, to see an actual man that is dying of cancer doing everything to get a few more dollars to give to his wife before he dies, sort of thing. And then Boogie's he feels sad and he wants people to give him attention. I've always said that, well, I haven't always said, but I've been saying whenever we've done any Boogie stuff that I think Boogie has to embrace the title of being like a bad guy, I think. Like, there's no getting good guy Boogie back. There's no Mr. Rogers Boogie that'll ever exist again. He's betrayed too many people's trust. He's just been caught lying so many times at this point that I think the only way for him to have a serious internet career, apart from just scamming basically Keemstar for money, which is pretty much what the lolcow podcast is, just Wings and Boogie just trying to ride out the last golden years, well, not golden years, but the autumn years of their lives, getting money from Keem. But yeah, if Boogie would just embrace being a bad guy, he's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, so what? I think he'd actually do pretty well. All right, let's skip to 40 minutes, 45. Yeah, let's go to we'll go from here. And this is pretty, oh, great, there's an ad. Perfect. Perfect. I do have YouTube Premium, but not on this account.
I did not know when I was getting
All right, there we go. Got it back.
Paid or how much. And that I needed to cover my fucking mortgage. And I was holding on to the money that I still had to make sure I did before I paid off the other $2,000 that I fucking had setting in.
You just lied in front of the 4,862 real people that are here and the fucking 27,632 fucking bots. You just lied in front of all of them.
What's the fucking lie? What's the fucking lie?
Because you told CoffeeZilla you didn't know if you were getting paid.
And
all right, so apparently this is just before Destiny comes in, they were talking about how Boogie went on with CoffeeZilla, which is kind of crazy because Boogie thought that Coffee wouldn't record him, which obviously that's what he does. Hold on, where do I have it here? Confronting Boogie. So he did this. The fatty coin scam. And again, like I said, Boogie has to be the victim. So he talked to CoffeeZilla, and this is an important part I should have added earlier, actually. One of the reasons that he refused to give the $10,000 back from the crypto scam is that, well, I've already spent it on money for cancer treatment, like for the cancer drugs, essentially. And then he was lying to CoffeeZilla, trying to get sympathy from him, saying, like, well, Keem's not even paying us. It's just so funny that if you just talked, if everyone that like Boogie's lying to just gets together, they just expose everything immediately. So that's what they're talking about previously to Destiny jumping in.
Oh, I didn't know when I was getting paid, if I was getting paid, and how much.
Let's
okay. You know what? Fuck you, Boogie. You know what? Fuck you, Boogie. You know what I'm gonna do? You're not gonna like this.
Yeah, you're bringing coffee in.
You're not gonna like this. I'm bringing a friend in.
Of course you are.
I'm bringing a buddy onto the show. You are not gonna fucking like this.
Yeah, I didn't think I would. Still showed up anyway.
All right, looks like my internet got cancer for a second there, but it's back.
A popular streamer by the name of Destiny.
Yeah.
Should be running
where the fuck is our webcam at?
Listen. Probably OBS is using it.
Oh my god. Hold on. We're turning the camera on.
You guys really ruined the intro. He gave us a big shout out.
You just shut the fuck
and then there's no camera. And it's just your voice, and it's just fucking cringe.
Everything about
there.
Yeah. Do we have a camera?
You know,
how you guys doing tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going? We can see you. You guys look fantastic.
Might have to slow down the thing because Destiny talks pretty fast. It's kind of annoying to listen to.
Oh my god, we're on.
We're not X.
We don't need him. Don't worry about
it. You can say whatever you want. And it's gonna be like we said it.
All right. Are we good to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
We're good.
Okay. Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight.
Go ahead.
I am 99% sure.
Is that XQC like just popping his head in the back there? I'm not sure what's going on with this this setup. Maybe they're doing like a little collab or something. Who knows?
So you are faking.
I'll slow this down,
you are
though,
faking your
because,
cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why
explain?
Why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order?
Okay, so I don't know too much about the actual medical stuff behind this, but apparently polycythemia vera is when you get a lot of red blood cells coming from, I guess, being, let's see, it's uncommon neoplasm in which bone marrow makes too many red blood cells. Now, if you have the symptoms of polycythemia vera, then the doctor may have suggested that to Boogie, and that's what he ran with. He's like, oh, good, I got cancer. But it's like, it's a slow cancer, he described it. It's like something that's going to kill him. Well, it's not going to kill him. He's going to die of heart disease or diabetes or something first. He was like, it's like a 10, 20 sort of year cancer. But there are other things that can cause the red blood cell count to go up. And because Boogie has such a terrible cardiovascular system and sleep apnea, it could be just from that, is, I believe, one of the possible diagnoses. And it gets very strange. It gets very defensive talking about how he's not going to show his medical records, which is crazy because he's shown everything else in his entire life.
A bone marrow biopsy to confirm it.
He hasn't had the bone marrow biopsy. He claims that he wants to get it, and but there's something about this story that doesn't make sense to me. Like Boogie, I mean, obviously a lot of Boogie stories doesn't make sense to me, but why would the doctor start treating him for this condition if they didn't have a confirmation? That seems like malpractice, right? Surely they would get 100% confirmation before they start treating the symptoms instead of the cause.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep.
Hormone markers can be caused by several different things, though. It's this weird jump in logic.
So I think
we are confirming it with the biopsy because I'm wanting to do that because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason that I have the hormone fucking.
But he's just confirmed that he doesn't have cancer right there. He's like, I'm praying that I don't have cancer. He's been saying he's had cancer for like, I think it's like 2 years at this point. Why did he never get it confirmed? Just going to run with the story that he has cancer. Like, he jumped to it immediately. I think like the first day he got it, it was like a Twitter post. I'm not sure because he deleted his Twitter, so I can't search it at the moment. If there's a copy of the tweet, feel free to send it to me. But I'm pretty sure he said, I just found out today that I have cancer on his first tweet when he got that diagnosis.
Imbalances in my blood.
Yeah. Why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer that you don't have cancer?
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like to still get it done, because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's a fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
What the fuck does... I'm praying it's wrong, but it can't be, but we're not going to do the test to prove it. I would do it if I had more money, but I'm not going. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just pure grifting. And there is a conspiracy theory I saw floated today, actually, like, because the lolcow podcast is essentially manufactured drama. So there is a kind of a bit of a theory going that the entire Boogie faking cancer thing is just a manufactured story. I don't know. What do you think, guys? We might see that as come out. X-Moon with another $5. Thank you very much for those Canadian dollar videos. Says Boogie admitted to Dick and Vito that he spends most of his money on Ozempic. He also drove across the country to visit Kim for the 4th of July party. Yeah, that's like a really embarrassing thing, I think. And so Kim has his 4th of July party in Buffalo. And he basically pays his friends to go visit him for the 4th of July. Because he had to pay Boogie. I'm not sure if Wings went. Because Boogie doesn't want to spend money to go see Kim. He has to get paid for it, right? So he goes up there. I think Mutahar showed up as well. And Boogie is trying to like bury the hatchet or be nice, because that's like, whenever he's talking by himself, he's like, oh man, fuck this guy. I'm going to do my own thing, sort of thing. But then when he's confronted by people and actually he's like, yeah, man, we could be friends. Just shake my hands, Mutahar. Just shake my hands. And Mutahar refused to shake his hands, which is hilarious. So I think those clips are up on Keemstar's channel. I'm not sure. But why would you like spend money on Ozempic? Just spend less money on food. It's like, you want to save money, just buy less food. Just stop drinking Mountain Dew. It really is that simple. You can't losing weight is really easy. Just don't do anything. Don't eat. But yeah, I saw that on his channel. I haven't seen his video though. But if you go down and scroll down, he's got where is it? Here it is. I started Ozempic weight loss journey, and he's got his child bride in a bikini there in the background. All right, let's continue this one.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer? That nothing has been.
They're treating it, dipshit. Because they've been treating it for 2 fucking years.
This is so like, I'm pretty sure this is not how the medical profession works. You don't just start treating cancer until you get confirmed cancer result. Am I correct? Now, like, having too many red blood cells could cause some other problems, and they can treat that. But that's not treating cancer. That's treating your excess red blood cells, which I think is what Boogie's getting from his just his terrible life conditions, essentially.
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners, bloodletting, medications.
See, these are all treating the symptoms of having too many red blood cells. It's not oncology treatment.
trying to get my weight down. I'm seeing the doctor every 3 fucking months. I'm doing blood tests every fucking month. We're doing
so they don't know if
what
you
do you
have
wanna
cancer
know?
or not. So can I understand
You
this?
want to hold my fucking hand?
Can I,
Sure, so I mean, I can explain. So I can explain everything.
They got the leeches on him.
Boogie has a condition called polycythemia, which means there's an elevation.
Polycythemia vera.
Let him talk, you fat fuck. I want to hear the guy that actually knows something.
Polycythemia vera.
Destiny, go ahead.
He knows more about my fucking
Yes, I guarantee. Well,
go right the fuck ahead. I was in the fucking room. My girlfriend was in the fucking room when they told me.
You
go
are
right
filibustering.
Ahead, Destiny. Go right
You
the fuck
are
ahead.
filibustering, sir.
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead. Okay, so I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused an increase in him developing this condition.
Yeah, so in Boogie's video where he says, I have a rare form of cancer. So in this video, he says that he needed to get the TRT because he's got no test. His balls don't work. And a possible side effect of taking any hormone really is cancer. So that is the jump in logic there. Isn't bloodletting literally pond leeches? Yeah, it is. Like leeches actually, like there are some like ancient medical practices which I guess aren't terrible. Like when you put like maggots in a wound, for example, it's not like ideal. It's not ideal, but maggots eat dead flesh. They don't eat living flesh. So it actually did work pretty well back in the day. And while most applications of leeches is actually not a good idea, in Boogie's case, if he has too many red blood cells, one of the ways to treat that is by bloodletting. So literally the leeches. Although I think you can actually get medical grade leeches. I'm not sure about this. I have heard this, but I don't think they're actually applying the leeches to Boogie. They're probably just draining him off, right?
So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended
Look at Boogie's face. He's just like the face of a court man. He knows.
Period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things.
Yeah, medical grade leeches are real. What is a medical grade leech? Leeches are bred specifically for medical use at leech farms, oh my God, around the country. They are sanitized before attachment to the patient and are only used once. After the disposable leeches, covered like a plastic wrapper, like rip them off like a snack or whatever. Holy shit. After they are fed and cropped off the patient, they are anesthetized and disposed as medical waste. Oh, God, good. So they don't have to feel pain. Good. Which is more than I can say for Boogie. Boogie should feel some pain. The leeches, I hope, don't have to treat him. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of funny. Have you ever seen that episode of SG-1, Stargate, where they go to the planet which is using Gould as medical treatment, and a dude falls in the pit? Like there's a big pool full of all the Gould symbiotes that look like leeches. I imagine that if you go to the leech farm and you like fall into the pool, holy shit, that's like horrifying. Boogie changing his diet can increase testosterone. I'm actually not sure if that's true, because at a certain point, like this is why you should never take steroids to try and like gain mass. Like if you start taking steroids, as I understand it, like I said, I'm not a medical expert or anything, far from it, in fact. But if you start taking hormones that your body typically produces, if your body decides that you don't need that anymore, and the production just stops completely. So I think once your balls just stop producing testosterone and you start taking TRT, if you stop taking TRT, I don't think the balls just get back into action. They're just useless from then on, is what I think happens. But I could be wrong.
things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. Wait, 2 years after.
May I review?
Let me finish real quick.
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer. Confirmation. Is this house MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny.
I think this is the root of the problem, is that Boogie Googled it. He went to WebMD, and it said you got cancer, like it says for everything. Oh, you got a bit of a sniffle. Oh, that's cancer. And then he decided to run with it. Because he knew that, like, oh, it's finally something that he can do to be a victim.
When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive. It doesn't show up for just the shit sakes of it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Look, you want to keep saying you're the patient, you know what your body has.
Yes.
When I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like
wings coming into the back, the feltoning. Like, yeah, just show the document. Just show the piece of paper that says you have what does he say? Polycythemia vera. You can censor everything else. Why would Boogie not show this? This is a really important point. Is that Boogie is so open with his life. He has talked about everything. He's talked about the thousands and thousands of dollars he spent on hookers. He's shown every other medical record. Why would he not show this one when he actually has something that would garner a lot of sympathy from people? As Boogie loves, he lives off being a victim. That's the real juice in his life. This is the perfect opportunity. Why doesn't he just take it if it's all true, unless it's fake?
That will tell me.
I was going to say, Boogie can have this whole thing. Tell me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia vera, but you don't have the cancer version. You have this version. Is that possible? I'm asking him.
I think it's not even that he doesn't care about his privacy. He enjoys the humiliation, which is kind of like I'm kind of wondering like what's going to happen like for the next couple of days, because he said that he's going to say that he's going to leave the internet forever, like this time for real, guys. And obviously he deleted his Twitter. Now, when you delete your Twitter, you can get it back pretty easily. He hasn't deleted his YouTube channel because there's obviously going to be like a bit of a bump every time he talks about something like this. There's a bit of a bump in his views, and it's generating revenue. So if he truly wanted to leave the internet, surely he would have deleted. Let's do a little bit of refresh. No, it's still there. It's still there. Interesting. So he's going to ride this out for a couple of days, reactivate his Twitter, then like the Boogie exposed video on the lolcow podcast. Oh, but Boogie's so stupid though. He might go on to like Review Tech USA's podcast and give all the details away like he did last time. I have to wait and see though.
Is it could be like a lost in translation type situation?
Yeah, so polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high.
So you could just be fat and sleep apnea can create that, because I'm both.
Sleep apnea could do it, anything, like that could cause it. And the fact that Boogie said, we knew that when I was taking TRT, this was a risk.
I think there was like when I was reading the chat, because I haven't seen all of this. I just skimmed it because I got up a bit late today. And then I started to set up everything for the stream and everything. I think Colossal and Crazy was in that chat, and he says like there was 1,500 pounds of meat on this within this one moment, which is kind of accurate. Kind of funny though.
Of that means that risk is to develop secondary polycythemia. That was the risk, and then that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. But it's not cancer. That was induced because of just a low oxygenation of the blood.
So why explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers in my blood that have tested positively for polycythemia vera? Explain that.
If there was
medical papers, dude.
I'm never showing any of these.
Like polycythemia, as I understand it, is the elevation of the red blood cells. Polycythemia vera is the cancer form of that. I'm not sure there'd be a hormone marker for the cancer. It'd be a hormone marker from your hormones, which can be a response from the cancer. So that's a complete misstatement, in my opinion, right? Like they would need to have a biopsy to confirm it once and for all, and that's the bone marrow biopsy, which is invasive and expensive. I don't like hearing about bone shit. Like if you're like, let's just scoop out some bone marrow, that sounds awful to me. I would not want to do that. but no, he's misrepresenting this entirely. And there's actually a bit of a update after the podcast ended that I'll talk about at the end as well, which actually confirms, which proves that Boogie is a big fat liar.
Motherfucker, my man. Go fuck yourself.
The thing is, it's not impossible that he does. It's not impossible that he does have cancer. They just haven't correctly tested for it, and they haven't got a definitive answer for it. It's totally possible. I mean, to be honest, most people have like a little bit of cancer in them. But your body regenerates so quickly that you don't ever actually suffer from it. I mean, cancer is just the rapidly dividing cells, right, that get out of control. It's when your body stops being able to deal with it, that's when you get confirmed diagnosed with cancer. So cancer is actually happening to people all the time, but most people just recover from it naturally.
I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you, it's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not going to fucking do it. Go fuck yourselves.
You could easily end this right now by just showing
I would rather you
diagnosis.
motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP than to have
Okay, well,
the last
here's the
goddamn thing. The last
You're the one-
goddamn thing.
You're the one who accused of
last piece
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
This is a weird thing to die, like literally a hill to die on, or Boogie is the hill that's going to die. He wants to keep this thing private. That's his thing. He's told everyone about it, but he doesn't want to show the document. That's what he wants to keep private. When he goes to his cold grave, or I guess they're going to throw him out to the dogs and feed the whole neighborhood or something. I don't know. He wants to go to his grave with this document. It's just like he goes into this like woe is me thing as well. It's like, well, I'm going to get my girlfriend to tweet out when I die, so you'll know for like. It's like, okay, come on, piss off. What are you doing, Boogie? Shut up. Like, surely there is something else you would take, like something else private that you would take to your grave, and not just your medical record.
You're the one being
So the
accused of
easy,
LARPing.
the easy thing here is if there are blood markers that definitively confirm polycythemia vera as a blood cancer, then why are they doing a biopsy?
Because I'm insisting on it because I'm hoping they're wrong.
No, wait. Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with a with blood markers? It's because
That's a really good point.
you
I'm
can't.
hoping that I are wrong. Because I'm hoping
You're
they're
hoping
wrong.
they're wrong. Then why 2 years ago you talked?
But like, if what Boogie is saying is correct, then it's already confirmed via the blood hormone, which isn't true. They wouldn't. Destiny's just completely right here. They wouldn't need to do the extra test. It would just be confirmed.
Talking about fighting cancer. Why would you be
Because I
talking
have
about
been for 2 years, Destiny.
fighting cancer? How? With
Listen,
what? With blood thinners?
Because
This one's for you, Boogie.
Because oh god damn it. Because you treat polycythemia vera almost identically to the way that you treat polycythemia, because you can't
Drop
attack
this
the cancer directly. All you can do is treat the symptoms, and the symptoms are identical to polycythemia because it's the same fucking thing with the exception.
If the symptoms are exactly the same between polycythemia vera and polycythemia, then you need the bone. You need the bone marrow confirmation. Otherwise, it could just be the non-cancer version of it. This is ridiculous.
One's getting caused by an external source, and the other's being caused by fucking cancer. And in this case, it's getting caused by fucking cancer, Destiny.
You should start.
So I do think there are different treatments available for polycythemia vera, and I think that the outcomes for that are significantly worse than just having it induced by some other thing like sleep apnea or hypoxia. But I mean, if you wanted
is pretty identical. The treatment plan is pretty identical.
So if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm. Somebody like King.
Yeah, like this is what I was thinking when I saw it. Like, why wouldn't they just show one person on the podcast that would say, like, okay, I promise not to share this out, but I will confirm that Boogie does or does not have cancer. He refuses to do even that. The only people that have seen this diagnosis is his girlfriend, who's of course is just going to say whatever Boogie wants her to do, and his mysterious roommate Chad, who is Boogie's live-in roommate that refuses to be on camera, which is actually pretty good idea for him. But he just kind of lives in the house rent free and he does like chores and shit. Maybe he bones his child bride. I don't know. But Chad can totally confirm it, but he refuses to ever be on the internet or talk or even show that he's real.
Star. But two, the issue is that if you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously.
I should have never talked about it to begin with.
I mean, that's true. You should not have.
This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe. This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe was because they verify, for the record. They verify. That would be the third.
The thing is, if Boogie does a GoFundMe, I don't think it would get it wouldn't get funded, and it would just be embarrassing. It would be a moral blow to him. But yeah, they'd have to confirm the cancer first if that's how GoFundMe does indeed work. So that's another reason why it's like this is not helping Boogie's case. It's actually making it worse.
Party that I would go forward with.
Yeah, so GoFundMe does not do the best verification, as has been proven multiple times in the past. But the issue is that you say that you shouldn't have talked about it, but the fact is that you did. You did the day that you got the diagnosis. You're like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you did it instantly.
I sat on it for a while.
Wait, on your tweet, did you not say that I got my diagnosis today and then talk about it?
They told me, okay. They told me in the office that they were worried about it. Then they did the blood tests. Then, yes, I did tweet about it on the day that I got confirmation, but I sat on it for a couple of months before, or for a couple of weeks before talking about it because it took a while. For
no, he said he tweeted when he got confirmation. So they said, look, there's something in your blood that could be cancer. Let's take a look. And then they didn't get confirmation. They said, well, okay, this probably could be this. And then he tweeted about it. Didn't sit on this shit. As soon as you had confirmation, on the day you tweeted, you liar, you big fat liar.
To get the blood results back.
So you sat on it when you didn't know the answer? That's not called sitting on it. That's just called waiting for an answer.
He crushed
also,
it.
if you were so keen on diagnosing whether you had cancer or not, why would you wait 2 years to get the biopsy?
Followed my Twitter before, but I tend to tweet shit as it happens. This one I decided to stand on for a little while.
Real-time news, motherfucker.
I don't understand why you're waiting.
Silent cancer diagnosis.
This is pretty fucking serious.
There is no cancer.
Pretty fucking serious.
It's secondary polycythemia. There is no cancer here. There's no proof.
Mountain Dew. I feel like the Boogie Mountain Dew drinking game is like pretty deadly, but it just pisses me off when I see this at Mountain Dews. When we were watching the documentary about Boogie, which is pretty entertaining, Boogie has said that there was like a lot of lies in it though, but how could you possibly trust Boogie at all? We were counting the Mountain Dews and it's insane. In every single shot there's a Mountain Dew. It's like, where's Waldo?
Of it. You can't show anybody proof of it because it's not real. And yeah, I don't know. As somebody that like his mom had cancer, it's just a little bit gross. I feel like when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer and stuff.
The person that faked cancer before, the chick. You know who I'm talking
about. Oh yeah, only had cancer once. Yeah. I remember.
That's vintage.
Emily from RuneScape.
There's so many people that don't know that meme right now.
Can I ask Boogie? Is it possible that you just jumped the gun on releasing your diagnosis thing?
Not sure what that is. Damn, just give me a second. Get past this ad for a water pick. Okay, there we go. I think Tommy C boomed there a little bit with the other thing that was coming up.
Anything is possible, sure.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like you're having all these feelings.
Because they don't have
printouts. Nothing with those words on it.
And like I said a year ago, when these motherfuckers tried to
hold on.
This is the one last thing.
Like the thing when he says he doesn't have a piece of paper, he actually logs onto his web portal that shows all his medical records. He just refuses to show it. He's like, I've got the medical records right here. And we don't know what fuck. If he's not going to show us, it could just be his fucking Uber Eats order. We don't know. But he actually does have pieces of paper that shows it. He just won't show the audience. It's real. You just can't see it.
I have left. You motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. Fuck you. Dude, let me have one goddamn thing.
You're trying to tell me.
Let me have cancer.
You would rather
like, okay, let me have cancer. Like, unironically, that's what Boogie wants. He wants to have something to feel sorry about. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. But some people, they just like being sad. They get some sort of weird enjoyment of it. Like the woe is me. They want to stand out in the rain thinking like, oh, no people are coming to help me. I'm so alone. And they kind of just feel sad for a little bit. And then they just like go on with their lives. It's fine if you do that once or twice, I suppose. But like that's Boogie's entire life. He just wants people to feel sorry for him. He wants to be wanted in this very strange way.
Lead. Boogie lies about cancer. Then hand this shit over to you pieces of shit. That's just.
This?
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that.
Go ahead,
print it, Dexterdo. Go ahead and print it.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it
to
Tommy?
I'm not going to. Sure,
he's never doing that. He does not have a cancer diagnosis. There's 0% chance he has one. Every leading thing for this cancer diagnosis the doctor talked about has to do with secondary polycythemia. The sleep apnea was a contributor to that, and the TRT was contributed to that.
Except for the hormone markers in my blood. Except we're convenient.
Yeah, but if you had hormone markers for it, that's either a definitive diagnosis, in which case you wouldn't be getting a biopsy 2 years later, or it wasn't definitive, and you would have gotten a biopsy 2 years later instead of saying they're treating you for cancer for 2 years. You just said before that you don't have the money for extra medical stuff. If they don't need that test to confirm cancer, why would you spend extra money on a biopsy you don't need?
Have you heard of this?
And surely it's more expensive. It's to just treat something without the confirmation as well. If you're spending all this money on treatment that you don't actually need, then that's just a big waste. And Boogie apparently doesn't have the money to spend on these treatments, which is why he has to grift people with cryptocurrency scams, like he did with the Fatty coin. But I mean, big waste is a pretty good way to describe Boogie anyway. So,
Destiny, I just got a bit of a windfall. Might have heard about it.
You may have heard of it. We have.
What's a windfall?
He did a $10,000 crypto scam, using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why
I think Boogie's also deleted all mentions of the Boogie Fatty coin as well. When I was looking at his channel, I couldn't see the thing anymore, but I may have missed it. I don't know.
Needed to scam his fans.
I wanted to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to CoffeeZilla. All right. And now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted on one of the biggest lies on internet history.
I don't consider
it. And you won't prove it? No. You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
It's not, but go ahead and print it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people have lied about cancer before. It's a pretty entertaining one. I don't know if it's the biggest scandal. I mean, Boogie is the biggest person with a scandal, but
go ahead and print it anyway.
It's going.
I prove it. None of you motherfuckers.
Fucking
I said this
prove
2
it.
years ago, and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead. Print it. Print it the way it is. Go right ahead. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I guess just to wrap up, because we don't want to take all your guys' time tonight, there just is a couple things, right? So the story as laid out, if you look up secondary polycythemia versus polycythemia vera, all of the leading things that Boogie talks about leading to his condition are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not the mutation that would cause polycythemia vera. The things that Boogie says that his doctor wants him to check for afterwards, like doing a sleep study, are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not
And
primary
also
polycythemia. And the fact that he says, the fact that he says that he had the blood markers or something to confirm it 2 years ago, but is now getting a biopsy for secondary confirmation, even though he says he doesn't have the money for medical bills, but I guess now that he does have money, he's going to waste all of it on biopsying things that are already confirmed, or at least confirmed enough that he wanted.
He also wasted money on going to see Niagara Falls, I guess. I mean, he was up in Buffalo, so it's not too far away. That's like on the border between New York and Canada, right? This is an embarrassing video. This is all that Boogie's content is these days. Is he's like walking up a staircase, or even walking on a flat ground and running out of. Oh Jesus, he wears Crocs too. He deserves cancer.
Love you, but it's not. I don't know if it's worth it. It's water and rocks.
I know.
It's just.
Talk about it publicly for 2 years ago, and then use it to fundraise the money that he now has so that he can do the biopsy. That I don't even think he's doing, by the way. I don't think he's actually doing enough.
So, Destiny, to summarize,
if he wanted to disprove it, all he has to do is show a private party this particular medical thing, and it would be.
To summarize, Destiny, you're basically saying he's kind of unlucky he doesn't have cancer.
I mean, for this particular case, yeah. If Boogie can confirm, that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment.
There you go, $5,000 on the table from Destiny. That's the first offer.
I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Why would Boogie say no to this? He would do literally anything for money. He sold out his maybe remaining audience on a scam for $10,000. All he has to do is show a picture of his web portal that says polycythemia vera, and Destiny will straight up give him 5,000. And this number keeps growing throughout the podcast.
Hey, you need the money.
You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical.
Nothing, not for $50,000 to show his medical records.
$5,000.
Boogie's standing on solid. Like, this is his moral, his line in the sand. He's standing on. This is the thing he's going to die for. I'm not going to show my medical records, logs.
You didn't have to see the medical records.
Okay, so I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has. Doesn't make any sense, but
even I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
I don't believe that for a second.
What's the limit, though?
It's a bad.
I understand that he, there's a big history of people, I guess, scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst. Sure. And you're getting confronted with that right now, and your response to that is,
Go ahead.
I'm not going ahead. I'm just. I'm explaining to you.
Go right the fuck ahead. I don't.
I'm not going ahead with
He's
anything.
trying to. He's speaking to you.
No, I'm saying
He's fat, needs proper running shoes. I'm surprised Boogie even still has feet at this point. I mean, with the diabetes and the pure mass that's bearing down on those things, I'm shocked he even has bones left. It's just some jelly or stumps.
Run with the story. I don't care.
Why we're in this situation is just that
Why are you being so
people view this as one of the lowest things.
If you 100% believe you have polycythemia vera, why aren't you just trying to disprove that? Other than them making you look like you're
because 2 years ago,
cancer for
because
donation.
2 years ago, I'd rather that than the.
Why would you rather that? That's so stupid.
This is the last thing I have is my medical records.
Do you care about this?
So 2 years ago, he said he would never share his medical records. But 2 years ago, as soon as he got the results, alleged results, he tweeted about it immediately and he made a video about it. So this is a lie.
If I hand this over, I've given over literally every goddamn thing.
What if you give it directly to Destiny himself? I mean, Destiny's not going to put your fucking medical records all over the place.
Had he, and you know what? This might have turned out differently had he messaged me the night before.
This is just like classic manipulator bullshit. Like, well, if you had come to me first, I would have told you the truth. But no, now I'm not going to show you because you were mean to me. It's your fault. That I hate that. It's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
You wouldn't have nagged him for a whole night not to come out.
The whole history, not just the confirmation.
Because I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, guys.
He has no soul. At one point in this, I think he says that he's got like the starter kit for cancer, and Jim has the dark souls of cancer. I'm pretty sure that comes up when once Destiny jumps off. We'll skip forward a bit until Jim or Metokur show up. Not Metokur, sorry, Medicare and Mutahar.
Cool.
We'll
Thanks
together.
for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Good night, guys.
Yeah, have a pleasant evening.
You too.
Yeah, he needs those elephant feet, where it's just like they go like a cylinder with like nails on it. That's what I imagine Boogie's feet look like.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny.
It is what it is. I mean, people have been saying this. Jackson Clark's been saying this for 2 years. He asked for my medical records. I told him no. I'm going to tell Destiny.
All right. Let's skip forward. This is when Mutahar shows up. Hold on a second. Get past another one of these ads. Oh wow, free Amazon training course. Great. They really put a lot of ads in this video, didn't they? All right. So Mutahar joins the stream. Looks like here. All right, let's
2
see.
years ago.
I prepared very poorly.
Actually, before we get into this, I'll answer this question. Why is Boogie so popular? Special. What did he do? So Boogie's literal career started because he was fat. If you go to his videos, his very first video was called Dramatic Fat Guy Splash, where Boogie, as a fat person, raises his arms and then falls back into the water, and there's like some cinematic music playing. This was like such an early YouTube video. Like Boogie was one of the first people to really like make a YouTube career, I suppose. This got 39 million views. Now I think this video got demonetized, and Boogie was complaining about that because this has been a fat cash cow for the longest time. From that, he kind of he started making these Francis videos, and actually, if you go to his oldest, you can kind of see his progression. It's all just like fat people being fat and stuff, and then he's like optical illusion, spiral, just putting random shit on the internet, which is what everyone used to do. But then he started this character called Francis, where he's basically a fat guy that loves his Mountain Dew and rages about World of Warcraft, and he'll like, "Where's my goddamn Mountain Dew? You give me my Cheetos and Doritos." Like he just goes on like that. It was a very, I guess, fun little character for a while on the internet. So he did that character for a very long time, and then he started kind of like not the mask, but the character slip, and he started doing some like breaking up his personality into Boogie, the internet Uncle Roger, and Boogie, the fat Francis Rage videos. And he was cultivating this persona of being like a nice guy, fence sitter, which is kind of funny because no fence can support his weight. But he would try and give these like, balanced takes on the internet, and they're pretty popular. And he got like a lot of subscribers. He went up to about 4 million subscribers. If you look at his channel now, every month he's just getting down the rabbit hole. So he's down. He's already dropped. Looks like the last year he's lost 80,000 subscribers, which is probably more than I'll ever have. So I guess that's interesting. But the problem is he tried to be the nice guy. Some things about him started to leak out, and actually turned out that he wasn't a nice guy. In fact, he was a piece of shit. And after this was all exposed, he kept trying to play the victim, and he's like, "Oh, woe is me" stuff. And then he spent all of his money on He spent all his money on hookers and trips to Disneyland, and he sent some hooker's kid through college and stuff. You can see this all in his documentary. Then his wife left him, and now he's just kind of living for hedonism, basically. Like, he's got nothing left in his life. He doesn't really have the opportunity to build up anything now, so he's just kind of running out the clock, is how I would describe Boogie's career at this point. And we'll continue now with the Mutahar part. Let's see.
I'm just saying, like, I knew that when this day came, I just have to leave the internet, and I will. And it's simple.
Sorry, I had to take care of a surgery over here. Anyways, what do you guys want to ask me about?
What's up, Doc?
Hey, Dr. Gupta, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I have to ask the question. So you don't want to show your medical records, and I totally get that. It would be a serious HIPAA violation.
Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell that a year ago to go fuck yourself? You remember?
No, I wasn't. Hold on. My name is Dr. Gupta, not Jackson Clark. Totally different.
Gotcha.
But
I'm saying you moved up.
Metokur showed his actual like diagnosis when he was questioned on it. So why can't you just like censor out a name or personal information and just show us the diagnosis? I don't understand.
I have no interest in finally giving it the last shred of dignity I have left in the world.
You got.
Boogie has like, there's no dignity here, Boogie. Like, he doesn't want to share the records because he doesn't want to give up his last shred of dignity. He's being exposed as a cancer faker. He's about to go through that villain arc, but he has to lean into it. If he doesn't show it, like, he's in this position now where he is known as a fake cancer, a faker. And people really hate this shit because a lot of people have, like, everyone in their family has had someone that's had cancer. So this hits home for a lot of people. People get really mad about this shit. But now what can he do? He's lied about it. Maybe it was mistaken. Like, I don't want to even give him the benefit of the doubt, but let's say he made a mistake. Now he has to keep the lie going. And he's got to, like, it's funny because he has to pray that he does have cancer. Like, I guess I'll reveal that now. But so Keem comes out here. Hold on a sec. Do I have the tweet somewhere? So Keem tweeted out, I just got off the phone with Boogie. He is not going to delete himself. No need for a wellness check. I can't say much without leaking private information, but I will say that he has agreed to do a test for cancer at some point in the future and will be available to the public. So that proves that he doesn't know that he has cancer. He's agreed to, and I don't believe we're going to see that test. I don't believe we're going to see that. But Boogie literally confirmed after the show that he never got confirmation for cancer.
On your knees and mood on camera.
Well, I would rather do that. I would rather do that than hand over my medical records to y'all.
You're not handing over the whole thing. You just got to show the diagnosis because at the end of the day, it is a serious scam, right? Like if you're not going
I thought that was me. Fucking hell, Tommy, unplug your Galaxy S9.
Everyone,
I'll just leave the internet. It's good. We're good. We're good.
So after siphoning all the money and the fucking sympathy off of cancer, then you ride off.
What money did I siphon?
That proves that he never knew that he had cancer, which means that he was lying about cancer. That's what I'm saying. It is totally possible that Boogie has some form of cancer. And it'll be funny if it comes back that he has a different variety of cancer. I mean, not really funny. Haha. But that would be ironic because he'd almost be like elated to say, like, look, there, I have it. Now I can have the money, right? But if he had a test result that said he had cancer, then that's what he's been saying. He would just post it. But he has agreed to take a test in the future. So that just confirmed that he never knew for sure. They assumed, or he made the jump in logic that he would have cancer.
I'll donate the $750 I got from the video where
No. Over 2 years when you keep bringing it up, man. What about the money you told us that you had to go get your colonoscopies and you had to go lose your weight for cancer? That's why you did the crypto scam.
And I just won't do those tests, man. It's not a big deal.
And why are your tests so expensive? Don't you have Blue Cross insurance? Why are they not paying for it?
I downgraded this year because I couldn't afford the $780 that they wanted for the gold plan. So now I have co-pays on everything.
Okay. When you're
downgrading your medical insurance might not be the best idea if you actually have cancer. Now I know he says he can't afford it, but he could if he just sells all the shit that he's got in his background. He's got a lot of garbage in his house, you can see from the documentary. And he's claimed that he's selling it all, but not really. He's just getting rid of a few things that he can maintain a certain lifestyle.
Your co-pays are basically just paying out of pocket.
X-Mood says, I will give Boogie a $500 super chat if he shows it. You should give me a $500 super chat if he shows it. I think that'd be the best way to make everybody happy.
Well, it's $10,000 deductible, so until it hit 10,000, yeah.
All right, well, fair enough. But I mean, now that it's your time to prove that you have this, blood cancer that has a life expectancy of 2 decades.
I got a question. I got a question.
Boogie is 50, by the way. So He claims that he has this cancer that it won't kill him fast enough compared to everything else that's going to kill him. Because I think none of us expect Boogie to last another 10 years. Like him making 60 would be a really monumental achievement, really. So it's kind of a very convenient one for him to have as well. Yeah, he's 50. He's 50.
Let me talk for 2 seconds. Muta, obviously, you're going to love this question.
You got to pay the money first. Money down first.
And Boogie, you're not going to like it that much, but you promote it, Fatty Coin, and when you were exposed for it, one of the main things you kept telling people is, I needed to pay. I needed to. Can you stop talking over me, please? You needed to medicine for the cancer, right? What if people bought Fatty Coin knowing that it was going to help you with your fucking cancer? And now
nobody bought it. They did because nobody bought it.
And now you're not.
Also, he says nobody bought the cryptocurrency that he was shilling. There was $3 million of trading, I believe, and before it dropped to 90%. If you're unaware of how these celebrity influencer coins work, I think it's actually called like pump.fun. Like a pump, it's like actual pump and dump in their name. What they do is they generate, like, let's say 1 million coins. You know, they just generate 1 million coins. They give early investors or the scammers a large portion of those coins before it goes public. Then they get an influencer, and it could be like any celebrity. I think quite a few have done them at this point. Justin Bieber, Caitlyn Jenner recently, and then Boogie. And these are really easy to set up. Actually, you just copy and paste the code, and you just put like a different ticker for the code on like CoinMarketCap or whatever. You pay a certain fee to these very dodgy exchanges. Most of them are Chinese, or at least they used to be when I was doing crypto stuff. And then you get someone to hype it up, and you say it's going live in like 24 hours. At this point, people are already ready to sell. They're just waiting for it. And as soon as it goes in the exchange, people start buying it. And it's usually like very cheap price, right? It's not going to be like a major investment. Although some people will go like 100,000 into these sort of like shit coins and hope that it goes up like, 1 or 2% and they sell everything. But because it's a pump and dump, the people buying it, they're the ones that are pumping it. And the pre-owners that have it early, the scammers, they dump everything. And that's why the money goes right down to zero. And that's what you see if you actually go to, I wonder if it's actually on CoinMarketCap. Hold on a second. I haven't looked at CoinMarketCap in a long time. CoinMarketCap. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. It might be too small. Fatty Soul. I don't know if this is the right one. There's a different. These ones. There is a Fatty, but I'm not sure if this is Boogie's Fatty. Yeah, I'm not sure if this one, because it doesn't have the Boogie face on the ticker for it. Maybe it's under Fatty Coin. Let's go find it. Fatty Coin. I'm not sure if I can find. Maybe it was never listed on CoinMarketCap. But there was about $3 million worth of exchanges on it. I'm not sure how many people like. If I actually am being honest, I don't think that Boogie would have scammed that many people, because I don't think anyone that is watching him that like him would actually give him the money for that. I think it was mostly coin market speculators that would buy it, and there's a lot of automated trading and stuff. So I think the actual money that fans of Boogie lost is very minimal. But somebody did make a lot of money. And I think Boogie was just sad at that point when he learned about that, the $3 million worth of trading, because he feel like, well, I gave this away for $10,000. A drop in the bucket. He got 10K, yeah. Boogie needs the Star Trek nanites to eat the fat cells. He literally just needs to not eat anything. Like, if fat people get the right vitamins, they actually don't need to eat. Your body can just go into ketosis, and obviously you can't synthesize vitamins and minerals, but the energy is there. They have actually tested this. It's really painful for the first few days because your body wants to eat. But if you give someone the right amount of fluids, infused with the right amount of vitamins and minerals, they can literally just live off water until they lose all their fat. So you could hypothetically put fat people in like inner tubes in a lake with a bottle of vitamins, right? And they just float around until they're fat enough or they're thin enough to escape. That's all they really need to do. It's just not eating shit. It works. I know it's hard to believe, but it does work. And with another $5. Thank you very much. Very big support from X-Men today. Boogie's crypto scam was run by a guy connected to Afroman. I don't know who that is. Boogie offered to hook CoffeeZilla up with an interview with the guy, and Coffee refused. Boogie goes on a bit of a rant here with CoffeeZilla. He's like, I can't believe Boogie. I can't believe Boogie. I can't believe that Coffee would share my video. Of course he did. If you get a call from CoffeeZilla, what do you think he's not recording the call? Of course he is. Come on now. Have you not seen his channel? Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, Madcore in the chat. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man? How's it over in Aussie land? Wait, where in Australia are you? My friend's going to Australia very soon, and he needs tips on what to buy and shit.
That's why there wasn't any trading volume, right? Ooh, totally.
I'm saying after this, yeah, there was very little trading volume. After me saying that, there was very little trading volume. It did what a meme coin's always going to do. It memed.
It made you money and it scammed your audience. You threw them into the fucking pool filled with crypto sharks.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna.
I love how you mentioned the meme coin, but it's like you never bring up that you got paid to promote it in advance, right? Or in your original video, you never even brought up that it was an ad, which is an FTC violation. But sure.
Well, you got half of it. He only got paid 5,000 from the beginning, so half in the beginning and then half after. So I assume he did get the whole 10K. That's still embarrassing. Like, what the fuck? You selling your last amount of dignity away for a measly pittance, and you won't show the medical records, but you'll scam people with a cryptocurrency. What a piece of shit.
Half of it in advance, and then
you still got paid 5K USD, right? Where your fans dumped in money and lost it.
Oh, I told him not to buy it. I told him if they did, they would go broke.
No, that like he says that he's like, oh, don't buy it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that doesn't absolve you of scamming your audience. Just saying, oh, don't buy this. It's a scam. Wink, wink. Come on now. Look, this is not a good thing to do. I'm not saying it's the ideal thing to do. I'm just saying that it can be done. Okay, and it's true. It is true. The body will do that, but they have tested it. It is possible. So when people say they need like drugs and stuff to lose weight, they don't. They literally just need to not do anything. Ideally, what you do is you'd eat at like for Boogie, what he needs to do is he needs to eat 1,800 calories a day, and he needs to go for a walk for an hour a day. That's what he needs to do.
Why didn't you tell your fans in the initial announcement that you were getting paid? I mean,
no, it's not the advice that Nick gave, because Nick's advice was eating crackers and whiskey to lose weight. That's completely different to what I'm saying. You need to get your vitamins and minerals, which you get from food. If you have a doctor administering this, you can do it because they can, check your levels and everything, and make sure you get what you need, because the body can't synthesize these things without an external source.
Violation right there.
Yeah, I said it was paid
not in your initial video.
No, I checked it right there. So
no, but you didn't mention it. It wasn't mentioned in the video. You have to mention it. No, the FTC tells you to mention it in the video, readily apparent. What if people were watching on a platform that couldn't display that tick on YouTube? That's what the FTC wants you to do.
Is there one?
Yeah, there could be certain players, third-party extensions that don't view that. Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of them. Well, I mean, the good news is now I'm being accused of lying about cancer. So I feel like
it's such an easy out for you. Such an easy out, but you won't take it. I don't understand. The one time you say that you are 100% true and honest, you won't take that out.
I'm still trying to find it in my portal right now. I'm a little dissociative, so it's a little difficult, but I will have
you can take all your time.
Wait, time out. Let me understand this. All right. You have cancer and you're in your portal and you can't find that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the diagnosis page. Look at all the shit that's there, man.
Okay, so he's trying to find it now. He's trying to find it so he won't show it. What's the point of this? It's just theater. He said from the beginning he's not going to share it. He doesn't share his medical page in his stream, as far as I know. But what is the point? What is the point of looking to check? It's just acting. How does this convince anybody? You have to be. I'm not going to say that word, but you have to be pretty bad. We're only an hour into the stream. Maybe I can say it later.
I don't know what.
Yeah, it's longer than the Bible. Apparently,
it's fucking. Look at all this. I don't know what is what.
So send me a screenshot right now. It has to have all your illnesses, right? Somewhere.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to find that screen right now.
Okay, let's go.
You're still never going to see it, but I just want to confirm it for myself.
You want to confirm it for
you got cancer?
That's not a good look. I want to confirm for myself. He doesn't even believe him. He doesn't even believe himself. There's a great line from Seinfeld, which I love, which is, it's not a lie if you believe it. He doesn't even believe it himself. So how's he going to convince his audience?
Yeah. I want to make sure I know that it's there. And it's a simple matter of fucking emailing it to one of you guys, and you'll never fucking see it. Hold on. I'm going to confirm.
He just wants to find it so that he can email it to them, but he's not going to email it to them. That makes good sense there. Sure, Boogie.
So he's trying to confirm if he's got the cancer.
So you can't find it? You can't find it?
Yes. I mean, I can if I had the fucking wherewithal right now.
You can't find it.
I mean, obviously, I can't find the page.
You should try Control S.
I can't find the page with all of my symptoms.
Try the search.
Control S on a phone.
Yeah, you can find on page.
Yeah,
just use your computer.
Page with my symptoms.
Okay, sure. You got 5 minutes. Why not? You can have 10 minutes, dude.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna bring Muta. I'm gonna drop you for a second. I'll bring you back a little bit later. I have another guest that needs to come on. I think you have to hang up, Muta. I don't know. It's not my.
Yeah.
I've never used Discord for. Well, actually, I have but does Discord have a limit of like 5 people or something? Is that the point?
Hang up.
My bad. Okay. I'm gonna try a new tactic to get some answers out of Boogie, and I think this will be good. I don't know.
I think this is when they get.
Could you kick him from the group, Tommy?
I don't know. There's some chick or something. I might skip that. Imagine listening to a woman's opinions.
There we go. Boom. There you go.
Okay, he's still here.
I said remove. He should leave any second, actually, because I did go to remove.
Okay,
friends.
going forward with this, do you think Boogie should leave the internet like he's planning on doing? How would you recover this?
It doesn't matter what.
Just
how would you recover this?
Right click and kick.
Right click. I already did remove friend.
I've been accused of being a boomer, but this is some real boomer shit.
Oh, that's from your friends list. You gotta.
Oh, well, I think I moved it back. No, there's no option to kick. It must be your room. No option to kick. I'm right. Everybody can.
I will.
Shit. I guess I shouldn't accuse people of being boomers when I keep getting these ads popping up. All right, so they bring this chick on.
Florida.
I'm not interested in listening to what she has to say, so I'm going to skip through that. Let's see. This is when Jim gets on. Let's see what Jim has to say.
That's the fucking dumbest shit I've heard.
Is there anybody waiting? Is he there?
I don't know.
Metokur says he's backstage. Says he needs.
Yeah, he's backstage.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Jim. What's up? Jim.
Okay. So what's going on? I got a DM from Keemstar telling me to check out a clip from Destiny, and then I watched the Destiny clip, and it's saying that that Boogie's faking his cancer.
Yep, that seems to be the narrative.
Okay, so why don't you walk me through why Destiny believes you're faking the cancer?
He doesn't know the difference between polycythemia vera and secondary polycythemia, and he thinks that I've gotten confused between the two, and that somehow I'm so stupid as to. I think that's am I missing something there?
You're missing a big portion.
Jim,
what he's missing is to disprove Destiny's whole claims, and because Destiny made a solid case he didn't have polycythemia vera. All he has to do is show that a diagnosis from a doctor from his patient portal that he has polycythemia vera.
And I'm looking at it right now.
And he refuses to do it.
And Jim, here's my ongoing theory. I think he was diagnosed with this disease or whatever, the non-cancer type, and he rushed to the internet, which he already confirmed. As soon as he was told he had this, he ran and made a video, and then found out it's the non-cancer one after he already told the internet he had cancer. Because that's what Destiny really hit him on. That Boogie has a certain disease that's not cancer. Now, there's a similar name one that is.
I think this is pretty accurate. I think Boogie just WebMD'd this shit, and he's like, "Well, it's probably cancer." And the thing is, everything Boogie does is through the lens of thinking he's not going to be around in 5 years. So he doesn't really have to worry about a lot of these things. A lot of these A lot of these chickens coming home to roost, because he just expects that he'll be dead by the time any of this evidence comes out.
And Boogie, all he has to do is prove he's got the paperwork right in front of him. All he has to do is show the internet that he actually does have this, and he refuses to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, because I did a stream, because I had people saying, "Oh, you're faking cancer, Jim." So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor's ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Well, no, and here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument.
Mm-hmm. I should have never went public with it.
No. Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just show. I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you.
It's like he's trying to protect his cancer. He could just block out everything else that isn't the diagnosis, and then he could still have something private. He just wants to see the cancer. Like, why does he want to keep this? Why does he want to keep this cancer? It's my cancer. You can't have it. Like, what the fuck is he doing here?
Who the doctor is? It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand why not.
Because he doesn't have cancer. He doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, that's going to be the narrative they'll go with. So that's
well, no, I mean, I'm legit trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. When I shit on you for the crypto thing, man, I said I'd take your word that you had cancer. I'd take your word that the medical shit's expensive.
Yep.
So I mean, this seems like
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed that it would even come to this. And I just
I mean, like, is Keemstar really your friend? Keemstar literally just wants to farm you for engagement, for relevancy, and he had to pay you to come to his barbecue party on the 4th of July. Does that sound like a friend? Like, Keemstar basically owns Boogie at this point. This is why Boogie can never really leave the internet, because Keemstar like took over his mortgage or is paying his mortgage or something. So if Boogie doesn't show up, those payments stop. And that would mean that he might actually have to face some discomfort in his life, which is the only thing that Boogie is really fighting for, is to remain in his comfortable house full of KFC, Mountain Dew, and his child bride that apparently does whatever he says, and chat if he can't get it up or whatever. So, of course, Boogie's going to be back. He can't leave the internet. That's the only thing he has left. He could get a job. He could get a real job. Like, they like to say that they can't get real jobs, but they can. Of course they can. There's like, you could do admin work, you could do tech work, data entry, all that shit, phone calls. Like, he could do a real job if he really wanted to, but he doesn't want to, because it's just so comfortable staying home in your dungeon full of anime toys and gaming memorabilia, and you want to feel like you have control in your life. That's why Boogie won't leave the internet, because then the internet is the only place where he has even a little bit of control over the world, which is kind of funny to say, because he's always been like the butt of everyone's joke for like the last 10 years. But that's the only place he can kind of scope his own narrative in his own mind, not so much for the audience, but he wants to live his own fantasy world. And he's made like this persona for himself where, like, you know, people feel sorry for him, which means that they like him, which means that he's not alone, right? But he can't do that if he leaves the internet. He needs that dopamine. It's addicted to it. He needs it.
Man, I'm just rather be done, man.
He's not married, as far as I know. He's just like engaged. I think maybe they're engaged. I don't know. But she's a live-in girlfriend, and the family, I guess, approve of this somehow. Like, if I'm pretty sure she's like 21 at this point, I think. They've been dating for like 2 years, I believe. His child bride. Bring her up. Where is she? Where is she? It's like a really weird relationship for a lot of reasons. Maybe she's just so fucked up that her parents are like, are they glad that she found anyone?
I know y'all like to see me work out, though. Let's go.
Boogie has implied that he's going to do like an OF for him and his girlfriend or something. Like, I think he's trying to talk her into doing it. So when he says like, there she is in the background. Hold on. This is the scene I was looking for. Before you guys say anything, I do have YouTube Premium, but I don't have it on this account. I don't have it on this account. So when I switch to this account, my YouTube Premium sometimes stays active, sometimes it doesn't. So I need to log into my other account when I'm doing this, but I'm not going to now. But yeah, he's trying to talk this chick into doing OnlyFans, I think. I'm not sure if it's for the humiliation, because Boogie's addicted to humiliation as well, or if it's just he thinks he can make money from it, from the haters. It's a weird thing to say. It's a weird idea, but that's how it's going there.
I'm good.
I'm good. You're playing this in some kind of backstab? I mean, anybody
No,
can confront
not at all.
Nobody's dead.
Not at all.
Backstab.
Do you think I backstabbed you by having Destiny on?
No, not at all.
It's kind of funny though, because like she's got zero fat. There is zero fat in this relationship on his girlfriend. Sorry, there is lots of fat in the relationship, but like it's like Boogie is like just drawing all other fat into his gravitational well. Because like, I guess opposites attract though, maybe. Who can say? Who can say? It is a bit of an interesting little thing. I think that she's just kind of waiting out the time, waiting out for the bell, right? So that she can collect the house. I'm not sure though. I think they're engaged, but I don't know. Maybe Boogie doesn't want to get him married again because he's worried about losing half his shit, which is, I mean, he doesn't have that much shit left. He's still got a house though, so that's nice.
One of the biggest streamers coming on our show.
I feel like this could have been a private conversation, and I would have shown you, Keem, specifically.
Again, this is more manipulative bullshit. It's like, well, if you'd come to me first, then I would have shown you, but now I'm not going to show. No, come on, you never would have done that.
Okay. How about this?
Yeah.
Instead of playing to the audience, like I get it. I get you've got a podcast going. I get the drama thing. I get all of that. And there's a lot of shit getting flung around.
Yeah, I'm not playing to any audience.
No. What I'm saying is, could you screen cap that and then pick one of these three guys because you've worked with them and show them, but nobody else, because I'm sure everybody would.
That's something I could do, and I will never do it.
I think that everyone sort of came to this conclusion. Why don't you just show one person that would act as an impartial party to confirm or deny it, and they would not share it or expose it? But he can't even do that.
Never do it. But between now and when I die, they'll never fucking see it.
Because I don't know, like I don't know your relationship.
I'll have it tweeted when I'm dead. Don't worry about that.
But I guess
when it'll be tweeted like, honey, when I die, be sure to tweet out my last medical bill or something. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Don't say what I'm going.
But if they're giving you this accusation, right? I don't get why it would shut them up immediately, right?
Yeah, sure
and
would.
then nobody else would ever have to see it. You keep your
Sure would.
privacy.
Sure would.
I don't understand why you wouldn't be willing. I mean, that just seems weird to me.
I'm good.
You're gonna walk away from this looking
Oh,
like
I'm not walking away from. Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
walking
no, but I mean, it's gonna look like you made it up now.
Sure, let him have it. I'm good.
He's waddling away. He's waddling away from the internet. It's bullshit, Boogie. You're obviously lying. Just be real with us.
Go with it.
You know, we're
Go with it.
I
Go with it.
honestly I expect lies from you, but I
Go
don't
with it.
expect this. This is wild.
Yeah,
but
which obviously I did not do nor would.
But I can see how this happened because they told you that you had this disease. You Googled it, saw it was linked to cancer, and you rushed to make a fucking video that you have cancer. And
Sure,
then you found out later that you don't. But you
Sure,
had to
that'll be-
continue
that'll-
the lie.
Yeah, that'll be the
I know
story you
how
guys
this
will tell
played out.
and enjoy.
What
Go
do you mean?
ahead.
It's not a story. I know this is how it
Go
played
ahead.
out. I
Wait,
know it is.
Is there anybody? Okay, let's say you've got issues with them, right?
Yeah.
Is there
He hasn't
anybody?
seen it. My roommate's seen it.
Well, no. I mean, aside.
The roommate's seen it, but you can't see the roommate. He won't come on to confirm it. Very convenient for him. If they share a bed, Boogie rolls over, she dies. Yeah, I mean, they do share a bed, but I assume. I don't know. Like, you can watch the Boogie documentary. Boogie says he lays down pipe, but it's more of a. No, I'm not going to say. I don't know. It's more like a ditch, I suppose. We'll have to see. You'll have to be your own judge. I would suggest that he probably does not have the capability to do that.
From somebody that lives with you, like a coffee zeller or some
Aside from
neutral.
my most confident people, no. There's
Well,
no.
but I mean, like a
no.
neutral third party.
Other than my most confident people that I trust, I would know. No, I'm not. And even that, I wouldn't do that. I could call Desi in here right now, and she would. And I won't even do that. I won't even do that. No, thank you. I'm good.
I mean, it looks
I'm
bad.
good.
You understand that it looks
Yes,
terrible.
Yes, I know. I'm good.
Can I ask you? I mean, when you got the diagnosis, how did they diagnose you? Can you say that at least?
Yes, we did a blood test, which we do every 3 months or 6 months regularly. They saw that my red blood cell counts were up. We had a conversation about that. I didn't think too terribly much about it. He said he wanted to check for blood markers for polycythemia vera. They look for a specific hormone in the blood that is produced. They found it. He called me and let me know that they found it, that means I have polycythemia vera and that we were going to treat it, but the treatment plan doesn't change very much because you cannot treat the cancer directly, so you have to treat the symptoms. And so for the last 2 years, we've been doing that. And one of the things I would like to do is because there is a chance that those blood markers are being brought on for another reason, even though it's invasive and expensive and pretty pointless, I was going to go ahead and push for the bone marrow biopsy because I would very much, now that I have a girlfriend and somebody that I love in my life, I would very much like for them to be wrong. And it's like a 1 in 1,000 shot, but I thought I would take it. And
so
that's how
much does the biopsy actually cost? Like it is invasive because bone marrow, right? They're gonna have to go in through with a drill, I assume, and drill through a bone and then get the sweet marrow from the inside, which sounds horribly painful. But I would assume that the actual testing isn't that expensive, more so than any other medical treatment, because finding out if you have cancer or not is one of the most important steps to getting the actual treatment. I would assume it's not pretty cheap, but I would assume that comparatively to other treatments, it's not as expensive. I don't know. Just my mind. It would be like that. Is that true? 140 people liking and only 21 like. No, there's more than that. But you should like the stream. I haven't even asked for one like this stream. You should like it now. I'd much appreciate it if you do. Let's see if they share. Oh wait, no, I already read. Wait, sorry, I read this one. I need to go down. Where is it? This one. Bedroom fun with them is her wiping his rear. I don't know what she gets out of this relationship. Like, apparently she started DMing him. Like, she was a fan. Like she's literally a groupie, I guess. I don't know. I think that their relationship is founded on that she has no self-esteem and she looked for the biggest loser that she could get with because there's no way that Boogie would leave her. So I think it's like that's how she gets like the power in sort of her life, because everyone in life wants to feel like they have some sort of power or control over their situation. So if you're afraid of being alone, or if you're afraid of being abandoned, or just having nobody in your life, which I think that's Boogie's girlfriend does have, you would search out somebody that you would be confirmed that would never put you through that pain. That's what I think. And Boogie accepted her because it's a female attention that he doesn't have to pay for. So he would just take it straight up. But I would assume that is her angle. when I watch the documentary, she like starts crying and stuff, saying like, "I love Boogie. I don't want him to die." I kind of feel like it is genuine. Like, I don't really think she's a gold digger, right? And there's a lot of other people you could get a lot more money from, just a regular guy with a job, for example. So I think it's that. I think it's about the abandonment issues. But who can say? I don't want to be an armchair psychiatrist or anything. That would be my theory, though.
That's how Destiny's come up with his LARP and all this other stuff.
Okay, so in the bone marrow,
how's he accusing how's he accusing Destiny of LARPing when he's literally role playing that he has cancer?
Biopsy would be the conclusive test for this, then? Or?
Yes. I mean, there's pretty much no other reason that the body would be producing this particular hormone, according to my doctor and according to everything I've read.
Except for having sleep apnea and being fat. Basically, what they've found. Well, I guess there is the hormones. That's true. But the primary marker was the excessive red blood cells, which could be caused by a number of different things, including two things that Boogie does have, which is being ungodly large and having sleep apnea.
But
Destiny's argument, Metokur, is that they wouldn't be doing the biopsy had they already made the confirmation to begin with. That's right. I couldn't tell you if that's true or not.
And I don't know what kind of cancer. Like, I'll give you what happened with me, right? So I had a growth on the top of my head. It looked like a port of wine stain. Nobody really gave it much thought. You go and get some steroids. It's some, we don't know what it is. And for like a year, it was just flat, no issues. And then it started like wildly growing. And the doctor's like, shit, I don't know what this is. You should go into dermatology. So I go into dermatology, and the guy's like, oh, we gotta fucking biopsy this thing. We gotta take a look at this shit. So they do the biopsy. They're like, we've got to set it in for cell staining. On top of that, we're gonna do blood work and a PET scan. And then they also ordered a bone biopsy too. And did all that, and it took like a week, and I got everything back, and then they're like, conclusively, you have lymphoma. I mean, that's what's going on. That's a tumor.
After you got the conclusive, have you had biopsies since for separate reasons, or to double check since you were?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was I got the diagnosis right after the initial biopsy. They set up some blood work, a PET scan, and then they did the bone biopsy just to see if it had spread. And then from that point onward, I didn't need extra biopsies. What they would do is they just do PET scan imaging because it'll make cancer light up in your body, like any areas or like any autoimmune stuff. But yeah, it took like a week, and it was definitive. It was cut and dry. It was like, this is what
Boogie just realized that they literally bring on I love Jim, and wish he would get better, but probably doesn't look too good for him. It's just kind of amazing that they happen to have an expert on this subject. It's like a trial. They literally had their expert here on the stand saying, no, this is how it works, Boogie. Just get the damn test. Twitch Studio with another 2. Thank you very much for the support today. Says she's a gold digger in the sheets. See previous super chat. Well, she's not digging gold. She's digging something else with a different color. Quite disgusting. It's quite disgusting. Yes.
you have. This is what we're seeing under the microscope.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It is a fairly different cancer. Number one, there's no attacking this one or treating it directly. Number two, the prognosis on it this 20 years, like you pointed out, you have real cancer. I have like the fucking starter kit of cancer, right? It's just a blood disease, realistically.
What a fucking statement, the starter kit of cancer.
It does 5% of people in the first 10 years have it convert to leukemia. I think it's a higher percentage after 20 years. The biggest risk is that it produces too many red blood cells in your blood, and that causes you to be at a higher risk of stroke or heart attack. And I'm already at an extremely high risk.
I guess the question is, do you think Boogie believes the lie? This is what I'm starting to wonder now, because like when I remember seeing Boogie's first time he mentioned that, that's the same thing he said. So he's either memorized it very well or he actually believes it. Sometimes people believe things, but they know it in their heart it's fake though, but they just kind of, it's weird. They can kind of keep these, it's almost like a form of, what is it? Bipolar. No, not bipolar, schizophrenia, where they know the truth, but then they also believe the falsity. Do you think Boogie believes that he has cancer? And now that the reason he won't expose this to everyone else is because if they confirm that he doesn't have it, it destroys his entire worldview. I would think. That's what's probably this. Is that his entire life is now built around this.
Stroke or heart attack. I mean, just repeating myself at this point, but
I'm sorry. But did you say starter? Did you say starter kit? Like you haven't started having cancer?
No, it's like it's like the tutorial version of cancer. Does that make sense? It's the easy one. If you're going to get one, this is the one you want to get.
It's the gaming journalist level of difficulty of cancer, is what he's talking about.
Forever in this thing, it rarely kills people.
It's not the Dark Souls of cancer. That's
right.
It's the
Animal Crossing of cancer. You have the Dark Souls of cancer.
Yeah. I'm not even close.
The Animal Crossing of cancer. And he owes Tom Nook $10K to get that biopsy test. Like, come on now. Tom, why are you doing this to me?
Close. So, I mean, it's weird being in the position I am to say this. So, okay, just with the crypto shit, man. I mean, there were so many fucking lies related to that.
Sure.
And you came off terribly with that.
Yeah,
so now you've got Destiny. You've got Destiny making these accusations.
Yeah. If I tweet this tomorrow, it's not going to change anything. I'm just done. It doesn't matter.
It would make everybody look like an asshole. Yeah, no. It would make everybody on this fucking stream look like the world's biggest assholes for
taking it apart, and they'll say I'm lying again. They'll say the proof isn't enough. The web portal's not enough. Now I want a fucking medical record. Now I need to see a fucking list. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I would straight up apologize.
We don't work
to you
together
for
anymore.
doubting you.
Yeah, we don't work together anymore. We're good. We're good.
What do you mean we don't work together?
I'm leaving the internet. I'm good.
No, you're not.
Doesn't Boogie have a contract? How can you say that? Like, Keemstar is his boss and perhaps his owner, because Keem has your fucking mortgage papers. You can't tell him you're leaving the internet. What the fuck are you doing, Boogie? Oh, why would you put yourself into this position? It's so weird. Like, I guess he had. Oh no, he does have other options. He just chose the easy way out, right?
This is what doesn't make sense to me. If you're in the right, if these assholes are persecuting you and you have cancer,
would you want to sit in here with these people for 2 nights a week? Because I don't.
I don't know. What are you paying? What are you paying, Keem? What are you paying?
He's getting paid to pay his mortgage from this show. He's manipulating right now.
I'll take his mortgage. Fire his ass. I'll take his mortgage.
Yeah, get on the
fucking show.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That's a good.
This is exactly what Keemstar wants. They can replace Fat Boogie, literally the fat of their podcast, and replace it with Jim. That would actually be good for Boogie. Sorry, good for Keem. Don't give Keem that. Don't give Keem that. Jim's much better by himself. He doesn't need Wings and Tommy and everyone there.
Replacement. I'm proud of that. That's a very good replacement, Jim.
But why would you leave? I don't understand. If you're in the right, if you have cancer, if they're the assholes, if you can make them look like cunts and make money, why would you leave the internet?
Here's the screenshot of it right here.
I gotta be honest. We do need
and send it to one of them and shut them the fuck up, and then you'll never have to listen to it again.
No.
I gotta be honest. We do need Metokur on here because we actually do need a host with cancer.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
so you're saying you're gonna
so like this is actually insane how perfect this is, because Jim, if you don't know, internet aristocrat / Mr. Metokur, I think most people know who he is. He was diagnosed with cancer a while ago, and he streams fairly infrequently now because it's quite straining on his body. But Mersh for the last 2 years has been calling Jim a faker, and you've got Ralph as well, saying like, fake cancer man on Medicare, why won't you die, Medicare? So Jim did a stream where he shows all of his medication, his cancer treatments, doctor's notes, everything. He showed everything to just body Mersh completely. And he gets a bit like, it's a funny podcast, but it gets a bit real at the end where he talks about like, you know, the things that he would have liked to accomplish in life, like have a family, get married sort of thing. I mean, he did get married, but, you know, he wanted to just have like the American dream sort of thing, white picket fence, a couple of kids, you know, but now it's unavailable to him. And he kind of, he gets very real for a moment. Usually he's always kind of like, you know, just laughing, having a bit of fun. It's quite a good one. If you can go see you'd have to find like an archive of it, because he deletes all his live streams after he finishes because people report them. But Jim has actually got and gone through exactly what's happening to Boogie right now, the accusations, you know, the everything. So if there is one person that is just destined to felt Boogie on this this very moment, it's Jim. It's kind of a magical moment in the internet history. And Tickle Tits McGee with the $5, much appreciated. Much appreciated.
To walk away. No more YouTube, Twitter, any of that shit.
Yeah.
But okay,
this is too much, man. This is
but why? Why? Aside from this shit, if you walk away from the show, but why?
This is too much, man.
Dude, the problem is it's taken so long for you to even get that screenshot. By the time you send us the screenshot, people are going to be like, well, he made it.
Yeah, the damage already done.
He made a fake screenshot at that time.
Exactly. There is no way out of it. It's already over.
I'm going to FaceTime, I guess, Desi's phone, and then show me on FaceTime right now.
No.
On your phone.
No.
Never. You're lying.
Oh, you got to use Keem. You've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him to do that?
There's no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
well, nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was $5,000.
It's up to $15,000 total.
15 grand? Fucking do it.
15 USD. Jeez.
He's going to pay you $15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience, and you're saying no.
Yep.
Like, I think like that's like the real victory too, because like I'm sure that Boogie hates Keemstar. He's just forced to be in this business relationship with him. You could prove everyone wrong. have the moral high ground, have the victim status of actually having the cancer, proving Mutahar wrong, proving Keemstar wrong, and collecting, and Destiny too, right? It's an absolute Boogie victory if he has cancer and he can prove it. Not to mention the payday of 15, and I think it goes up to like 50K. What person wouldn't take this deal? For what reason is he not accepting this? Boogie has no morals. He has no standards. Come on now. It's insane.
This is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand.
I can completely understand. I went through 2 years of fucking people like Mersh saying I was faking it.
Yeah,
and so I did a stream. And sold a shit ton of hats laughing at him showing medical records. You've got the opportunity to do the exact same thing right now on his home turf.
No, I'm good.
This makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it probably doesn't.
Hey, don't you want to take care of Desi?
Yeah, I promise you I plan to. I promise you I plan to.
Yeah, how are you going to do that if you're not on the internet and just running away? Like you can't have it both ways.
It's a good question. Like, how is he going to support his live-in girlfriend and live-in not boyfriend, sorry, roommate if he goes off the internet? He can't. This is the only thing. He could get a job. He's not going to.
You'll see.
Okay. What are we going to see? You're going to go like cut tickets at the local movie theater?
Some ordinary gamers will also put $10,000 towards it.
Make it 100. Make it 1 million.
If you have cancer, if you prove that
this is bullshit. No. You got 25K sitting on the table. There's something fucky going on here.
Yeah, there's something fucky is, man. I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
You just did a crypto scam to make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering 25K.
Yeah, I thought
you
that
get
was
to
funny.
shit on them. You get to shit on them.
Yeah,
in the process.
yeah, things that might have changed. Drama Alert already tweeted that I faked cancer, so we're good.
No, he didn't. They said that Destiny.
That's even better. Then you make 25K and he's got to retract it. It looked like the biggest dick on earth.
We're good.
Fucking Keemstar picking on a cancer patient. Oh my God, come on.
We're good.
You're lying. It's so obvious. Why? Why would you lie about this?
Because I didn't.
Just tell us the truth. What really happened? Come on.
What really happened was I went to my doctor. He checked my blood count, my hemoglobin, my red blood cell counts were up. We did a second test. We found out that there was a blood marker that tells me that I have polycythemia vera in the test that we did, and we've been treating it for 2 years.
But you haven't confirmed that you have it.
Nope.
Oh.
Is Tommy C just boring and he like accidentally tabbed over something there? I thought that was me, but it wasn't.
Wait. I think we got an answer right there. You haven't confirmed that you have cancer.
I confirmed it with you. No, I have not. No, I will not.
No, not with me. With your doctor. Your doctor hasn't said you 100% have cancer yet, right?
We confirmed it with the blood test. Yes.
That's a yes.
It's not a confirmation. It's a suspected.
We confirmed it with the blood test. There's no other reason that those hormone markers would be in my blood.
That's just not true. If there was no other reason, then you wouldn't need the bone marrow test.
Wings, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If Keemstar accused you some shit, right? And let's say it involves some kind of private information, and he was willing to let you show him that private information on stream, but not to the audience, and said, if you prove me wrong, here's $25,000, and I'll tweet out that I'm a giant asshole.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I had a troll come at me and accuse my wife of cheating on me, and they had like this picture of like our fingers. They had like cum on it, and there was like a cover back there, and they had linked this cover to my house.
Yeah, jerking off on a blanket is a little different. I went out and I took a picture of the cover. Can you tell the difference between the two?
I'm sure there's one better.
I showed the new cover I got from like the Christmas of 2021.
Sure.
You know, it's like whatever. It's like again, I pulled my blood work out to like show like where I've been what surgeries I had on this stream. But like it's not that big a deal.
But you would take the money, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take the money. I would snatch his fucking arm off.
Tommy, if you were in a similar situation, 25K sitting on the table, would you do it?
Yeah, family. It's on my application to be that kind of money.
And had this
I'd fucking do it.
And had this played out differently, I might have considered otherwise.
No, that's just the manipulative shit. Like, if you'd been nice to me, I wouldn't. Now it's your fault. I'm punishing you because you did this to me. No, come on now.
Oh, but I don't believe that. I believe you don't have the information.
It's really pissed me off.
Can you poll your audience? Can you poll your audience right now and ask them if they had 25K offered right now to prove something they were saying is true? Would they take it? Because I don't think
make it 100,000.
Anybody's going to say no.
Make the poll, Tommy.
Make it 100,000. Say 100,000. Because my answer is still no.
Oh, I can see the answers already. They're all screaming yes.
Of course they are, and they're not me.
But you stated before that you're under financial strain and difficulty. That's a 25K is a lot of fucking money.
Yes, sir. To show my medical records. No, thank you. That's for
to show one screen cap that says diagnosed. That's it. To one person.
That's for me.
It's not for you. You told fucking everybody I have cancer. Get the fuck out of here.
The day you found out, you told everyone. There's nothing for you.
Yeah, but I didn't tweet my fucking medical records, did I?
Why? Does it say you have AIDS on it or something? Like what?
No, it says that I have polycythemia vera. It's for me. Okay.
Is
He told everybody.
Yeah, and I will. You know, again, I'll continue to talk about it, but I never should have to begin with.
Let me tell you what else is for you. Living in your fucking car. If you keep up this line of conversation.
No, I'm not worried about that.
How are you not worried about that? You were just
shouldn't be worried
the other day telling you I was quitting the show.
You shouldn't be worried about that. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, can I ask, as an aside, while this conversation is going on, how are you going to financially support yourself?
I don't think I will.
So you're going to go live in the gutter instead of taking $25K to prove these assholes wrong?
Let Desi down.
Oh no, Desi will be fine. We talked about this all last night.
Fine back once Nicholas
Diorio sent me this message, we knew exactly what was coming. We talked about this at great length last night. I didn't sleep.
How is
talked about this?
Nick Diorio? Did he have something to do with this too then, or what did he say?
Certainly he did. He said, "Do you have secondary polycythemia?" And I said, "No. This is what they diagnosed me of," and I linked it to him. But it was a pretty big sign that there was a group chat going. I told Tommy about it this morning, and I was like, "Yeah, what do we do, Desi?" And we made a decision, and I'm going to stick by that decision.
I didn't know what you're talking about this morning.
Yeah.
No idea.
This decision doesn't make logic. Well, how's the poll going? What does the poll say?
95% to 5.
95% would take the money.
Mm-hmm.
You look so
5% are Boogie ults.
Boogie, you look
Hey, my
so
hands are right here.
fucking.
My hands are right here.
Obviously, it's a joke.
You look so uncomfortable, Boogie.
Yeah, I'm very unhappy right now.
I'm trying to find the.
So
Nicholas Diorio
why
thing.
sit here with all these L's?
I mean, you're asking me like, if Boogie were to be faking cancer for 2 years and then running, with the,
This is the photo that he got sent. Oh well, this is the message that happened between him and Nicholas Diorio. Do you have secondary polycythemia? They have a secondary. What I told they have. I don't know. I don't know what a second is. Oh, sorry. This is what he said. Polycythemia vera. So it was at 1 a.m. Okay, so it kind of checks out Boogie's story. That Nick was coming for him. I actually don't really know much about Nicholas Diorio. I think he's like a commentator, but never really seen anything do anything.
Yes, that would be. I don't know how you'd recover from it. If it was
Mersh is getting a stroke, not cancer.
So that's what I'm saying. Prove them wrong.
No, thank you.
Well, the start of recovery is to tell the fucking truth.
Well, the truth is, I got diagnosed with polycythemia vera about 3 years ago.
I believe you got diagnosed with polycythemia vera, and then they did tests and be like, you know what, you actually don't have it. And then it was like 3 days later.
Or they're not sure.
We'll go with
testing for it.
I mean, that's okay.
Like they're giving him a perfect out here too. He could just say that he thought they had this and they started treating it, and it turned out that it was incorrect. That happens all the time. Like that's not a shameful thing if it turns out that the doctors are wrong. In fact, you could even segue that into the whole thing, like the redemption of my life. I thought I was going to die, and now I'm going to work harder because I've been given the second lease on life, sort of thing. He could definitely segue that into a win, and they're trying to give him like an out, but he's just not taking it. It's so weird. He's so invested in this lie. He's made his entire personality, and for him to confirm that it is a lie is to destroy his own ego.
Pathetically, right? That's a fair. That's a fair thing for him to throw out. I mean, I could imagine somebody gives you scary fucking information. They're like, "We think this is the cancer. The hormone test came back. It's fucking us up," and then they come back to you a week later and say, "You know what? It's the first type rather than the second type, or whatever." And did you feel that you were too deep into it to come out, or?
Well, no, that's why we were doing the bone marrow test because that's what I'm hopeful for. Or that's why we were going to do the bone marrow
definitive.
That's what I was hoping
answer.
For.
Right.
Yeah, right. I was hoping that they might possibly be wrong. That's why we were going ahead with the bone marrow test. I mean, we were.
So, are you still doing it or no?
No.
I am going to spend a bunch of money and have you test it, and then I'm going to tell the internet what you really have. How about that?
No.
Why?
Because I'm good.
You shouldn't be able to go and fucking milk sympathy from the internet, saying you have all these diseases and whatnot.
That udder is dry for Boogie. There is no way for him to milk anything more. Like that teat is done. Come on now.
And not prove it. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, well,
that's wrong.
Well, then let that lesson be. If you were ever going to talk about your cancer moving forward, you have to tweak it.
That is so wrong. He's
let
been
the
doing this
lesson.
for 2 years.
Let my lesson prove that if you're going to talk about your health problems online, you have to prove it irrevocably.
You know what? Fucking
yes.
Because people like to take advantage of people.
But I mean, yes. If you talk about something serious online, you should be able to back it up. Of course. Come on now.
Boogie, you realize how weird it is to say that with me in the company. I literally did a stream showing my medical records, my hospital release forms, my medication.
I'm just saying, let this example be. Know that before you speak about anything you're dealing with, you absolutely will need to prove it beyond the show.
Wait,
whoever you are. I'm not speaking to you, Metokur. I'm speaking like to the world. To the world.
But when you do like a GoFundMe or when you do something like that, don't they ask for verification for stuff like that?
Yeah. If that's one of the reasons I was joking about doing a GoFundMe yesterday.
Is that one of the reasons you
because they would verify? No, the reason I didn't do a GoFundMe is because the last time I asked for help, look whether that turned out, Metokur.
When we did the fight,
they're saying, wait, hold on. They're saying the stream is buffering. Are we buffering?
So I think my theory with Keem is like Keem is like starving for relevancy at the moment. Like, obviously, he used to run Drana Alert, and now someone else has it. I think he still owns it. Like, Keem's got a lot of money. If you're unaware of like, so what Keem did is like back when Keem was streaming a lot, he shilled like this game that was kind of like Rust or Fortnite of the day or whatever. It was like a survival game, right? And he got like part of the company as a deal for shilling that company. So he made a lot of money off of that. Even though the game itself wasn't very successful, he cashed out at the right time. And then he got into Bitcoin, and he made a lot of money off that as well. Like, he bought in at the right time and he sold at like the peak of where the previous peak was. So he made a lot of money. There's no mistakes that Keem isn't rich. He does live in Buffalo though, so you got to worry about that. But he doesn't have that clout anymore. Like, people don't really care that much about Keemstar. So he started this lolcow podcast, and he thought it was a really good idea to make a lot of money and kind of get back into the limelight. It hasn't been doing very well, with the exception of today's episode, which got, I think it was like 20 or 30, maybe even 40,000 live viewers at one point, which makes sense with big names like Jim and Mutahar on. Also exposing Boogie, because everyone likes to see Boogie fail. Anyone can make money from Boogie's name except Boogie. It's crazy. So I think this is entire thing that what Keem wants is he wants to feel like he's the boss, like he's the power behind the throne sort of thing. And he does all these weird things to kind of do that. Like when he was exposing this, I can't remember the guy. He was like a tattoo artist that was in an underage relationship. That guy tried to sue him for defamation, but it was everything Keem said was true in that instance. He got like that guy's YouTube play button out of the deal, like just to like, have power over him. And now he basically owns Boogie and Wings because they get this drip feed of money, like a couple $1,000s every month from this lolcow podcast. Maybe a bit more this episode, but we'll have to see what happens after Boogie leaves. So Keem just wants to be like, he wants to be a lad. He wants to be a gamer. He wants to be the one in control as well.
I don't see us buffering.
There were bots. There's no reason why. I could definitely see it getting up that high. When Jim does a stream, he can get like 20,000, maybe not easy, but it's like usually 10 to 20,000, right? I think the Ricada stream he did went up to 20,000 or higher. So I could definitely see it if everyone's talking about such a salacious topic like faking cancer, and you've got all these like powerhouses coming in. This is a big stream. They had Jim, Mutahar, Destiny. It looks like XQC was in the background. Absolutely, it could be 40,000 like real people. Like, I'm not sure why they would even need to bot the stream. Like, if you wanna say it was bots, then maybe it was the 4,000 that were watching before they dropped the Boogie cancer shit. So maybe subtract 4,000 for it. But I could absolutely see it. If XQC was watching in the background, which I think he was, like right next to Destiny, he can pull like 100,000. It makes perfect sense that this stream would be a big numbers.
Okay. Go ahead.
When we did the fight, there was this big packet of papers that we had to fill in to get a boxing license. And on that packet of papers, you had to say everything that you've been diagnosed with. Would you not have access to that from Happy Punch?
Ooh.
That's a good point, actually. Wings, actually, I don't know that much about Wings, but I like the Wings on this podcast. He seems like he was going to be like just one of the other lolcows, but Wings actually seems to do pretty good for himself on this podcast. I think it's the people have been talking about the Geordie redemption. And that's a pretty good point. If Boogie did do the Happy Punch, they have to show all the medical records to get it approved. Couldn't they just use those?
Might happen before the diagnosis.
Well, I thought it was 2 years.
Hold on. If Boogie had cancer, how the hell did they let him fight?
Because it's polycythemia vera, not fucking ass cancer.
Bro, you passed your medical records.
Yes.
How did you pass your medical records?
Because I had polycythemia vera, not ass cancer.
That's a great point. What the fuck? How did you pass your medical records?
Because it is the fucking Animal Crossing of cancers. I don't know. How did I do it with a busted back? How did I do it with like barely stand up? I don't fucking know. Make that make sense. I don't fucking know.
That was kind of a kill shot. That was kind of a kill shot there, Wings.
Boogie keeps just coming in with like the boxing match is over, but he comes in with these haymakers. What the fuck?
That was a subtle fucking kill shot.
It's so bad that even Keemstar left. He's
running to get records.
I'm here.
This motherfucker, he's hauling ass downstairs right now. Here's a little gnome feet pitter pattering down the fucking bastard.
Well, I've been to his house. He's already downstairs.
He's already down there. He's jumping in a go-kart, running to the office.
I'm gonna guess it doesn't. Well, I was gonna. Probably shouldn't. I was gonna say, I don't know what I'll put on these fucking medical forms. Did I fill it out or did they fill it out?
Your doctor would have filled it out.
Well, they're going to have to clear it. Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have it all. They're going to clear it. Yeah.
How the fuck does he not
I got
know?
some bad news for you, Boogie.
Yes, sir.
I just looked at the paperwork.
Yes, sir.
I didn't look at it. Damn it. I wanted to see him sweat, but he said yes, sir. So
there's no sweating.
You're lying. I mean, I think you're lying. I'm pretty sure that you don't have cancer.
Okay.
Because this is such an easy dub. I mean, I think the chat all sees it.
Because like if you had
Boogie take his shirt off?
Because you had to have a
Apparently that's been
second
promised in this stream.
CT scan over there in London.
Let's go with your version. My doctor told me that I had polycythemia vera, then later decided I didn't, and forgot to tell me. And to this moment, right here, right now, it's my understanding that I have. Right here, right now.
That's the cover story.
Then that's the cover story.
What I don't get is putting them aside, right? And you're walking away. Okay, I get all that. Fuck it, whatever. But if you're going to get a bone marrow biopsy, right, you were going to do that for yourself, right?
Is that from
so
a
why are you
different
not
stream?
getting it still?
I thought Boogie took his shirt off on this stream.
But you just said you wanted like conclusive.
I no longer want that. I no longer want that.
Oh, okay, this is what I'm confused about. So if it wasn't just, but if it wasn't just for yourself, if you were getting it then to prove it to them, why not just show them the fucking diagnosis? It would be the same thing.
I'm good.
I got an interesting.
Everything will become abundantly clear soon. You're good.
Well, here's the thing. Bering just wrote me, YouTuber. He said, "Dude, Boogie showed his medical record stuff on the documentary. Someone should bring Beth is up. Why can't he show it again? If he showed it to the documentary,
I didn't even show it to my clum. I read some of it, and if you go back to the documentary, you'll see that I specifically said I wanted to leave the cancer out of the documentary.
Okay, interesting.
Because I regretted having spoke of it before.
Tommy, your volume's low. Chat's
Yeah, I
been
know.
saying it for a minute.
I'm not even sure what's wrong. I've actually
Mike will confirm that I said I would like to leave it out of the documentary because I simply regretted speaking about it before.
Wait, could this be simply cleared up? Because Mike was doing this documentary with you for like months, right? I mean, did at any time you show him?
So that's maybe
privately,
like
not on.
He literally went with me to one of my tests, but it was a sleep study. So according to Destiny, that's not enough proof.
Okay, but I mean, did he ever have access to any did you ever like,
Did he
hey,
just get
Mike,
blacked?
just so
What
take a
happened?
look?
No, no one ever will.
That's more Tommy Boomer shit.
I don't understand, but you've shared it with the internet. Why is it just for you? This particular
my medical records, yes. The fact that I've talked about my depression. I'm not going to tweet my clinical records tomorrow. I've talked about my molestation. I'm not going to fucking, if I had a recording of it, I wouldn't.
Cancer didn't molest you. All we want is a diagnosis from the doctor.
Yeah, what I'm trying to explain to you is you'll never
Tommy,
get
they
it.
got a black screen.
Yeah, I know. I had to fix Mike. Yeah.
Go ahead, Boogie.
Nothing else to say, really.
Boogie, you're fucking lying. I'm sick of it. I can't deal with this anymore. It's so abundantly clear. All right, come clean. Come clean. I'm not going to abandon you. You're still going to be on the show, even though you lied about having cancer.
I promise you. I promise you, no matter what happens.
That would probably bump their numbers up, honestly, because then they could just make fun of Boogie for more. Right? It's soon. Okay.
I'm not going to kick you off.
You can't.
You know that looks like you're guilty. Like you're just going to run away.
I promise you. I promise you right now. If you lied about having cancer, I'm not going to kick you off.
Why would you? You're in the right place.
This is lolcow like you're a fucking lolcow. Like I'm not kicking you off.
I'm going to stick with the truth because I'm going to stick with the truth. Yeah, I know it's very tempting at this point to lie, and you're trying to bait me to do it. I won't.
No, but
wait.
I really think that Boogie's just emotionally invested in this being true. I think that's the only reason he's being this stubborn. The only reason he would turn down money. Like, Boogie is not above admitting that he's like scammed people. He just has to be. It has to be an emotional crudgel, right? He's built this persona about him. He's like, oh, woe is me. It has to be true. And he can't let that ego death happen. I think that has to be the only explanation here. Because this is just insane. Like, this is just so frustrating. This because everyone is offering him the outs, the money, the W's. They're offering, even if he has lied about it. Yeah, he's addicted to being a victim. And he doesn't want to be the bad guy. But like, that's actually a good move for him, I think, financially.
What do you mean lie about what? He wants you
lie and say, "Oh, I was lying this whole time," or something like that.
No, I don't.
That's what you want, clearly. That's what you want me to do.
No, I want you to either tell the truth that you don't have cancer, or prove that you do have cancer. And you keep doing these little subtle suicide fucking things.
Or I will tell you the truth. Which is to say,
hold up.
Or I will tell you the
truth.
truth.
Are you or are you not making references to suicide? I've heard them multiple times.
I'm talking about being done.
No, I know what you're doing,
dude.
So
if I was
play
gonna
with that.
If I've ever talked about suicide, have I ever fucking joked around about it? If I've said it subtly, I said no, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That's what I've said every fucking. Why would I change that today?
Well, you're not doing that, right?
Not currently.
No, you're not.
Look at me. I'm right here. I'm right here.
All right, good. So
pills are over here. You know.
So let's come clean. Come on.
You want me to come clean? You want me to lie to you?
No, I want you
No,
to
you
tell
want
the
to
truth.
clarify it. Stop putting. You're the one that's misframing.
Up to my knowledge, as of today,
Oh,
as of the last conversation I have, we are treating me for polycythemia vera, not secondary polycythemia. That is the truth. Will you fucking get to see my medical records or my fucking web portal? The answer is no. So go ahead and run with the story.
We're not going to get anywhere.
No, you're not.
No, because the conversation doesn't make sense. You did a documentary where you're naked in a bathtub, where you showed your finances, where you talked about fucking whores for $500,000. You talked about embarrassing shit. You've always done videos talking about your personal life in heavy detail about all your different struggles.
And I wanted to keep one fucking thing to myself. I promise.
Obviously
you.
not,
I
because
promise
you
you.
talked about it on the internet.
I promise you. My medical records is the one thing I wanted to keep for myself.
You're lying. You're lying. Wait.
Go with lying. See how that plays.
Hold on. That's a lie because earlier I said you share everything to the world, and you
Except
said
my
right on
medical
this show, and you go, "There's so much."
Oh, he has shown. He has shown his
So it isn't the fucking one thing you want to keep to
Tommy.
yourself.
Oh, would you like
Quit manipulating?
Hey, since
Quit
it's over.
manipulating.
Hey, since it's over, would you like to know a secret about me that nobody else knows?
Sure.
My very first girlfriend. I think I've
Oh my God,
told
here
one
it
of these guys this in private. I'm not entirely certain. My very first girlfriend was physically abusive to me. And so as part of my childhood, when we were 16, 17 years old, because she would hit me and stuff,
Jesus Christ.
I ended up holding her down. I ended up.
I'm a victim. Look, here's another secret fact about me. I'm a victim. Okay, maybe I lied about the cancer, but my girlfriend beat me. I was 17. A girl punched me. How can you feel sorry for me, you dumb bozos? Shut the fuck up, Boogie. What the let me tell you a secret. My girl, okay, can we verify it? No. What the fuck?
Hitting her against the wall to make her stop hurting me and hurting herself, and I've carried tremendous guilt about it for my entire life. And I know as soon as I ever said that, it would mean that people would think I beat women. And so I've held it in.
I literally don't care. Nobody cares about that right now.
Thank you, Boogie, for sharing that. I've completely forgotten that you faked cancer. Completely.
I know. I'm just trying to think of other things. Since it's over, I'm trying to think of other things.
Let me think of other things. If you want to keep your medical records to yourself, but the first time you got diagnosed with cancer, you ran out and made a video day one.
It was a very stupid decision.
How does that make sense? What if you've already?
Because I didn't think
a very stupid decision could just harm Boogie's entire life, really.
I didn't think I was going to have to share my medical records. I thought I could talk about a thing and have some.
Why did you think you talking about
I could have some expectations of privacy.
Why? You're a public person.
I don't know. But now that I know, I wish I'd never said anything about it.
You should have had multiple tests. You should have known 1,000% you had cancer before you made that video.
That was a very stupid
decision. You made that video way too early, and you don't actually have cancer.
The good news is I still have cancer, so that's good for my benefit. At least I know that I'll know that.
It's good that I have cancer for my benefit. What the fuck are you talking about? Ooh, glad I've got cancer. What? This is just insulting. Like, not only to people that actually have cancer, but to the intelligence of anyone watching. What the fuck? Oh, wow. Thank God I've got cancer. Wow. What a W. Ring it up. Boogie W. He may not have beat Wings in the ring, but he beat him in the game of life by having cancer. Holy shit. Like, I think I said it earlier in the stream, but Boogie doesn't have cancer. The cancer has Boogie, and it's terminal case of Boogie.
Forever, but you guys won't, and that's okay.
But okay, so to sum it up, you're not going to take the 25K off, or you won't do a private thing to show it.
No.
And you're going to leave the show and the internet.
Yes.
And your income revenue.
Yes.
So you're going to be homeless. So the end result of this conversation, what is the plan? Selling magic cards?
Well, no, that involves being on the internet.
Wait, what are you going to heal yourself into a fucking duplex?
He's planning on whoring out his girlfriend with OnlyFans.
No, that would involve being on the internet. You're describing things that involve being on the internet.
I really think Boogie will try and get away with that at some point. Like, it actually is kind of funny though. Like, they've talked about doing like a like an OF video where Boogie is dressed up as Jabba the Hutt and his girlfriend's dressed up as Slave Leia. That's kind of funny, actually. Disgusting. Don't mind me, but that is kind of funny. There would be a certain amount of showmanship in doing that. I wouldn't watch it, but I would laugh at if it was true.
Okay, well, if you've got a backup plan for revenue, then what was the scramble to get revenue in the first place? If it's so easy to do,
the backup plan is to just go ahead and sell my house and then give the money to the people that deserve it, and be good to go.
You're gonna live in an apartment?
Probably not.
You're gonna give up?
He is totally baiting the self-depletion. He's like, I'm gonna sell everything, give money to those who owe it, and then just disappear. Yeah, that means you're gonna self-delete. Now, Boogie he's just baiting for sympathy here. Like, you better be nice to me, otherwise this is gonna be in your conscience. That's what he's saying.
Up your fucking house and 25K because you don't want to send them a screenshot of one page that says diagnosed with no other information on it.
No, that's for him. That's for him.
Yep. That's exactly
You're
what I'm gonna do.
lying. What do you think? We're all dumb? You're lying.
Cool. Go with that.
We're not dumb.
Cool. Go with that.
Metokur just laid it out clear as day. Like you're
Cool,
gonna
go
go
with that.
homeless because you won't show a screenshot. You're
Cool, go with that.
lying.
Cool. Go with that.
Oh my god, this is so frustrating.
It's like
Well,
hockey.
the thing that-
It's like
wasn't this the biggest revenue source for you? I thought the show was the one that was like bringing in the most money, right?
Yeah, I'm giving up all revenue sources at this point.
But I mean, this was the big one.
To do what?
Though, right?
Yeah, it was.
And you're just going to walk away from it.
And my YouTube channel and selling
And
cards
you're
and
going
whatnot,
to
and
let
all
them
of it.
have the last word, and you're going to look like shit.
Yep.
And you don't even have to publicly fucking share any. You can send it to Wings or Tommy or Keemstar.
I'm good.
I don't know how he does this, but I actually feel sorry for him right now. He does this every time.
How much for the gold
It's a fucking mistake. Don't feel sorry for Boogie ever. He's a manipulator.
I literally feel bad for you, and I shouldn't, and I do.
Wait, did Boogie just say he should?
Every time.
How much for the gold play?
I don't know.
You don't even have to publicly fucking share any. You can send it to Wings or Tommy or Keemstar.
I'm good.
I don't know how he does this, but I actually feel sorry
you
for him
sound
right now.
good,
He
man.
does this every time.
How much for the gold play
I
button?
literally feel bad for you, and I shouldn't, and I do, because
You
it's so
shouldn't.
fucking pathetic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I don't know how he manipulates everyone.
I wasn't sure if he said you shouldn't feel bad for me or you should feel bad for me there. I have to leave it up to the chat to decide.
He
There's no
manipulates me
manipulation
all the
here.
time.
Either he's either lying, which is terrible, or he's telling the truth and
Which you're
acting
not.
like or you're telling the truth and you have cancer, but you're being a stubborn fucking retard.
Yes,
And
it's
you're
that
walking
one.
away-
It's that
you're
one.
walking away
I
from
am going to
25K.
have one, when I leave this fucking internet, I'm going to have one goddamn thing I kept to myself. One goddamn thing, and that's my goddamn medical records. And I don't want more of you motherfuckers feeling sorry for me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Okay?
His
You
mic
can
just
hate me
got
as much
quiet.
as you fucking want.
But it would still be to himself if you showed a third party, because the doctors know, his girlfriend knows, Chad knows. If you just show it to Wings and Wing promises not to show the details, like Keem said that, like, so that he couldn't screenshot it, he would like FaceTime his girlfriend, Boogie's girlfriend, and then they could just show that, like, hold up the thing, this phone to Keem, so that he could verify it but not actually have a copy of it. It would still be private. The internet wouldn't have a copy of it, but you'd have somebody on your side that would be confirming it. It's just stubbornness because he knows he's lying, and he's built up this entire thing to make up his entire personality is now based around this fact of having cancer. He's probably told everyone in his community that he has cancer, and he'll go to like the, I don't know, farmer's market or whatever and says like, oh, it's me, cancer boy. Can I have a free sample or some shit? And now if people find out about that, then he's just going to have nothing.
But that's I'm taking one goddamn thing with me, and this is a decision I made when Jackson Clark demanded this shit 2 fucking years ago. And it's a decision I'm fucking sticking to here.
I don't know who Jackson Clark is.
I don't even know if I'm getting his name right. It's fucking Moist Critical's butt buddy. I don't fucking know.
Why do you keep
They do a
calling him
podcast
Jackson
together.
Clark?
I don't
Like,
know his real name. What is it?
I don't know who the fuck that is. No one knows.
I
who
literally don't know
Jackson
who we're
Clark
talking
is.
about.
It's some guy who fucking works with Ping and Zero on his podcast.
Okay, well, Boogie, guys, I mean, that's pretty much the show. That's a wrap. Boogie lied about having cancer. I mean,
Go with that one.
well, you won't prove that you do.
Why would you wrap the show? Look at your audience. They're throwing money at you. You keep the fucking show going for an hour and lower them down.
I have a real question. If Boogie's quitting the show and Tommy's going on vacation, who am I doing the show with next week?
I'm gonna have
Probably-
to fill in. I'm
probably
gonna
King,
have
yeah.
to. There's no
Here's
other
who
way.
Jackson Clark is. I'll send it in private chat. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
He asked for
cares?
I told him to go fuck himself.
Who cares? Cares about Jackson?
How funny is this that yesterday I quit the show, then Wings quit the show, now Boogie's quitting the show, and
No, I'm
2
quitting the
weeks
internet.
Tommy's
Remember,
quitting the show.
I'm not quitting the show.
You're leaving. You're gone.
I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
going on vacation.
I mean, there's nothing.
No,
more
that's
that
not
can be-
Medicus' real
I mean,
face.
We've proved that.
I don't
Boogie's
think anyone
lying.
actually has a photo
Application
of Jim.
keeps turning down my fucking volume. for some
It
reason.
kind of surprises me that nobody's got like an actual confirmed photo of what Jim looks like. There are some people that think they do, but it's never been really confirmed. Because people know where they live, and they send him bags of potatoes and like and snowmen and stuff. So you'd think that some person would just like, you know, be sitting in a car outside his house waiting to snap a pic of him when he goes to his doctor's visits or something. Kind of interesting, I guess.
25K.
Jim has shown it, has he? I don't know. Like that's not Jim. That's Haberman, isn't it? I'm not sure because it goes back to the Metokur forum days. There has been some people that like this is probably maybe, but it's never been 100%.
Is there an amount of money that would make you change your mind? Is that just not enough?
No, there's no amount.
So someone comes in with
come
$1 million to show you. To put you in
I have
cancer?
sold my dignity for a lot less.
If Destiny's
I have sold my
4-foot-tall
dignity for a
leprechaun
lot
ass
less.
walked in here with $1 million,
I've sold my
you'd say,
dignity for a lot less, and I'd sell my dignity for 25K,
You're
but not my
lying.
fucking medical records.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating. You're just a fucking liar.
He thinks
Go
it's
with
making
that.
him look
Then
principled.
go with that. Then go with
He's
that.
thinking it makes him look principled, doesn't it?
He's not
No, they can't.
No, it
so
doesn't.
they can't offer more because Boogie can't collect. If he can only get the money if he can prove that he has cancer. So it doesn't matter how much they offered. That's why I said go up to 100,000, go up to $1 million. It doesn't matter because he can't prove it. Now, he may later go get the test, and that may confirm that he has cancer. But at that point, that's not going to retroactively prove that he did have cancer, just that he has cancer now. It's totally possible that he does have it. He's never had the bone marrow test that would confirm it. He's just been living the lie. I would be interested to see if he does get the test, which I don't think he's going to ever get the test. But if he does, I'm sure he'll come out with trying to get that retroactive W and say, can I now claim the money to prove it? If he had the proof, he would show it. He doesn't, so he can't. And he actually confirms that later at the very end of this. I'll kind of wind it down with that.
But this is so fucking ridiculous.
I know. No, it makes it look like I have lied, and that's the one everyone's going to go with, and that's the reality I now live in, which is why I'm leaving the internet. But I will know, and Desi will know, and my roommate will know, and my doctor will know, and my best friend will know, and they'll all fucking know the reality. Yeah, and that's all that fucking matters.
You're
I don't
never
give a
going to
fuck
be
what you
able to
internet
cry.
motherfuckers think.
You're never going to be able to cry to the internet about money problems ever again.
I'm not going to be.
Scenario.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on the internet trying to make money at all.
Yes, you are. You're lying about that too.
Try
you
me.
saying you're not going to be on the
Try
internet.
me.
You are
See you
lying
Tuesday.
about that
Try
too.
me. Try
You're
me.
lying about that too. One
Try
in the
me.
chat if you think he's lying and he's not going to leave the internet. One in the
Try
chat if you think
me.
I know that's a lie. I know
Try
you.
me.
I'm going to try you.
How would you come
I'm
back
trying you.
after this definitive statement?
Exactly. That's exactly it. There's no coming back. There's no coming back once you guys decided to lark
No.
lying about cancer. No, there was no coming back earlier tonight.
You
There was
decided
no
you
coming
don't want
back
to
earlier
share.
tonight. There was
Once
no
you decided you don't want to share, that's when there's no coming
once
back.
these motherfuckers went with the narrative that I'm lying about cancer, there was no coming back.
How is it a narrative if they have a doubt about
because
it?
it's not reality. Because it's not
It's not
reality.
reality. Show them reality.
Fuck you. No.
You absolutely can come back from anything if you have the receipts to back it up. There was an interesting story where, well, not interesting as much as sad, but so Keem is obviously a big drummer farmer, and at one point he accused this RuneScape guy of being a convicted pedo because he was like an old dude. He's like 80 and he was playing RuneScape, right? And he looked like this other guy that was a convicted pedo. So Keem came out on Drama Alert saying like, this guy is like, he's playing RuneScape, his audience is children. We got to get this guy off the internet sort of thing. And it was this whole big scandal for Keem and Drama Alert because it came out this guy was completely innocent. Now, after that was confirmed to be fake, like Keem obviously had to retract that statement, and this guy got a bit of a bump in his viewers. It turns out that he was a bit of an annoying guy, but at least he wasn't a criminal, right? And apparently he's been begging Keem for like retweets and things ever since. But I mean, Keem did accuse him of pretty much the worst thing possible. But if you could come back from those sort of allegations, then of course you can come back from like this cancer allegation, provided you can post the receipts, right? But Boogie can't. Everyone has cancer. Well, the internet is cancer. And if you're exposed to it too much, you get cancer. That's how it works.
Narrative with one goddamn shred of privacy. That's it. I'm good. I'm good.
So your shred of privacy is this, but not being naked on film, not talking about fucking wars.
Yeah, I'll get naked right now. I'll get naked right now.
Oh, no, here it comes. Avert. If you've got any women in the audience, avert your gaze right now.
Take it off. Let's do it. Let's do it. If we're gonna do a meltdown, go for it. Go all the way.
I don't give a fuck about being
Go
naked.
all the way, buddy. Show us your dick.
Yeah, keep it black. Keep it black.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck these guys over. No, thank you.
No. If we're gonna do this, let's do it all the way.
I'm not gonna fuck these guys over.
This is the second time that Boogie's gotten naked on the stream, but like the joke is that he's so fat you can't see his dick. So that he went live on Twitch and did the same thing where he took off all his clothes, and he got banned from his Twitch account, I believe. That escalated quickly. You know what's amazing is actually just how quickly he stood up and took off his clothes. It's like that's impressive. That was like a solid 2 seconds transition.
Fuck these guys over. No, that's not something I'd rather do.
You don't want to fuck these guys over? The people you just said I don't want to work with you. You're scum.
No, they just got a major win. Let them have it.
Guys, just so you know, when the stream was black,
I want to point out this.
The people that are making me lose money and treating me like shit, and making narratives up, I don't want to fuck them over. How does that make sense?
Two wrongs never make a right, and I've never been.
It wouldn't be a wrong.
Don't pretend
wrong to defend yourself. What does that mean?
Don't pretend to take the moral high ground.
I want to point this out, Boogie. I was been pro helping you out this whole
Look at
conversation.
the size of that fucking shirt. It's like a bed sheet.
Like, no, just show your patient portal. Like, you ain't gonna go find
It's like
paperwork.
a
Just
kimono
show
or
your
something.
penis.
What the fuck?
Come on.
Like, I'm not out here trying to headhunt you. I was like, dude, like, this is an easy fucking win.
Exactly, and that's why I'm not going to show my dick on live stream, Jordan.
Wings, do you understand how bad this is?
Yeah, I know how bad it is. I said in 24 hours, he's going to be.
This is way worse than you versus Syndicate. This is like way worse.
Yeah, this is the end. This is the end. We're good. This is how it go up. We're good.
This is horrible.
Yeah,
bro.
this is though.
Will Boogie be back post your votes, and like the stream. 58% said yes, 5% said no, and 34% said back in less than 24 hours. He's addicted. He can't leave. Don't forget you're here forever. That shirt's an Airbnb in Japan? Pretty much. I mean, not wrong.
No, it is. It does. The moment this live stream started, it was already fucking paved.
Was that the whole conversation? I didn't watch this at the beginning of the show. Was that the whole conversation? Was this?
No.
Pretty much, yeah.
We started off the show, and Jim, he went to CoffeeZilla
and told him I didn't know when I was getting paid and how much.
Don't interrupt me. I'm telling a story. He was talking
You're
to
telling a
CoffeeZilla.
lie. You're telling a fucking lie.
Let
go ahead.
me talk. He was talking to CoffeeZilla, and CoffeeZilla said, "Hey, with this like fucking scam token you did, can you refund the money and do the right thing?" And Boogie said, "I can't because I got no money." And he goes, "Well, aren't you getting paid from lolcowlive?" And Boogie goes, "No, I'm not getting paid this month because there's a trick." It was a flat out lie. He got paid $2,100, and
2 days
he
later,
fucking went around
2 days
and
later,
told other
2 days
creators,
later, 2 days
because
later,
you get paid on the same time every month.
Is
So
that
it's not
true?
like
You guys get paid on the same time every month?
Yes.
Some
not
days-
that month.
So he
Not that
literally,
month. Hey,
he
to be
literally,
fair,
not this
yes,
month.
you did. Yes,
No,
you did.
no, hold up. Can I say this? Because we did get paid late this month. We
Yes,
usually
we
get
did.
paid.
Yes,
we
we
get paid on the
fucking
30th
did.
or the
Yes,
first.
we
get paid on the
fucking did.
second
I didn't know.
Okay. They
Wait, how late was the payment?
this month. We
Yes,
usually
we
get
did.
paid.
Yes,
usually
we
get paid on the
fucking
30th
did.
or the
Yes,
first.
we
get paid on the
fucking did.
second.
I didn't know.
okay.
He got paid a day late. They get paid on the 1st or the 30th. He got paid on the 2nd. He was a day late. Holy shit. What the fuck? He got paid a day late. CoffeeZilla, help me. Keem's not paying my bills. Help me, CoffeeZilla. You just know he was trying to get some money out of coffee or something. Holy fuck. Day late. I mean, if you're living paycheck to paycheck as a lolcow, I guess that day. I can't order my Uber Eats. Keem's been late with the trough refilling. I'm actually surprised he's getting that much. Like, if they're getting $2,100 each, so what, they're making $6,000 a month on the lolcow podcast? That's not too bad, I guess.
Okay, they get paid on the 1st.
Is that coming out of the YouTube revenue, or is it coming out of Keem's pocket, though? That'd be my question.
They got paid on the 2nd.
Okay, that's one day
And
difference.
the previous
One
month,
day
you got
difference.
paid on the 31st.
No,
we did get
but
paid.
you're supposed to. You guys know your payday is on the 1st. Let me finish what I'm trying to say, right? So CoffeeZilla called me because he was like, he knew Boogie was lying, and he was like, "Is it true that Boogie doesn't get paid in the show?" I'm like, "No."
It's actually nice to hear that CoffeeZilla goes and does his background check, like his fact checks. Like, hey, Boogie said this about this. Can you confirm or deny? That's like some actual journalism. Something you don't really see these days very much.
He gets paid. In fact, he just got paid $2,100.
Yeah, see, that'll show.
And I'm like, there's no way
That'll
that
show.
Boogie
The
said
same way I
that.
showed it to
There's no
Coffee.
way that Boogie said that. And then Coffee literally recorded him and played the audio. So you got this motherfucker going around and telling other YouTubers in private that I'm scamming him and not paying
And you
him for the
decided,
show.
and if
You
you
know how
decided,
fucked up that
and
is?
your response is to pretend I don't have cancer and to put me in
You
this
know how
position.
fucked up that is? No,
Well,
I'm not
this is
pretending you
considered
don't
more
have cancer.
This is
You
considered
pretend
more
anything.
I'm not pretending you don't have
No,
cancer.
I think you know
Destiny
better.
came on
I
to
think you know
confront
better. I think you know better.
I don't know if you do.
Why?
Oh, cool.
Why would they
I'm
know?
not pretending. I actually don't know. I don't believe you. You're a liar.
Cool.
You're an actual liar, and
Cool.
everyone
Go
knows
with that
it.
then. Go
Well,
with that
well,
then.
can I go with this? Nick DiOrio says the way you described his DM with him is completely off. It's a complete fabrication on your part.
How is it? How is it a fabrication? He
I
asked
don't
me,
know.
do
You
you
wanna
have
put him in?
secondary polycythemia? No, I'll just
Here.
screenshot that for you.
I'll send.
Hold on, let me just screenshot it
I'll
for
send that. I can get.
It's literally exactly word for word.
Because he's totally lying about my DM. We put Nick in.
Okay,
What's
hold
the
on.
lie?
Hold on.
I don't know. I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to put him in.
What do you got, Keem?
Some ordinary gamers is offering $50,000.
Make it 200. Make it $1 million.
Okay, you know what? No, this is where I tap out. Come on.
$50,000 US. A lot of people don't make that an entire year. And he's being offered to pay straight up an entire year's worth of work for showing a screenshot, and Boogie can't do it.
Yeah.
Come the fuck
Make
up.
it $1 million. Fuck
You're
yeah.
in a money situation. Okay, I don't get this.
No, my money situation resolved itself real quick tonight. Don't you worry. It resolved itself real quick.
Okay,
tonight.
well, what I'm trying to understand here is, I'm going through. I'm still taking you at your word. I'm going through something similar.
That's a lot of Magic the Gathering cards.
The only thing I'm fucking focused on is making money for my wife.
Yep.
Like I know I'm fucked.
Yep.
That's the only thing I give a shit about. That's
Yep.
selling fucking
I am
ham,
married.
dancing like a minstrel.
I am married. I am married.
Yeah. So if you're worried about like leaving an essay and you got some guy offering
I'm
50K
not.
and Keem's offering 50,
I'm
so
not.
your money issues are completely resolved magically tonight.
Yes.
Just magically out of your ass.
He's threatening to kill himself. Don't. I mean, that's
No,
what
I'm not
he's
going
doing.
to kill myself.
Yeah,
What are you
we'll
talking
say,
about?
yeah, sure.
How have you resolved them that quickly?
I've lost all ability to make income as of tonight. So
you have the ability right now.
The opposite of it's just self-deletion bait.
I mean, $65,000, 50 from Mutahar, right, and 15 from Keem.
Keep going. Yep. And another 2,000 from Tommy, and it doesn't
I ain't saying offer you shit.
money would never show.
I haven't even called you a liar yet.
So you're saying some ordinary gamer would not pay you? You're saying it's full of shit.
He's already tweeted. What good would it do? He's already tweeted that I lied.
No, because he would have to issue a retraction, or you could sue him. But I mean, they'd probably just do it out of their own honesty, because a lot of these, like Mutahar, like kind of makes his reputation on reporting truth things, right? So we'd have to come and print a retraction, just say, "Hey, look, I was wrong," and then we just move on. It would be a total W for Boogie.
Here's the real test. Wings Redemption. Everyone knows how tight you are on money.
Mm-hmm.
How much money would you personally put up for him to show the record?
Oh, me? I'm putting up 0.
Yeah. No, wait. Wings, I set you up for a home run.
Oh, Wings, fuck this guy.
No, he's lying. This motherfucker's lying. There's no need to put money up.
Well, then you could put up any amount, right?
Wings, all you had to do is say $100, and people would be like, "Yeah, you said 0. Good Lord, Wings."
Well, look at it this way. I literally have $100 that Boogie gave me to rent a car in the wallet, and I probably wouldn't even put that up.
It's 140.
Yeah, 140.
I let him pay me. I'm not gonna give him nothing. Skip's trying to set it all up. He just
because like,
right
it literally hurt my feelings tonight, Boogie, when you started grandstanding on this not showing your medical records. So like, oh, this is easy.
I'm gonna die on that hill. I'm gonna die on that hill.
Clearly,
die on that hill.
He's gonna die as a hill.
Clearly.
It's not me. It wasn't you. It was Tommy C. He's just like, I don't know. He's playing like Space Invaders or something in the background, and he keeps getting like notifications. Stop it, Tommy.
Is calling you a liar too. Wings.
Jesus.
You lost Wings.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. And it's right here too. And I'm gonna die on this hill.
Well, it looks so fucking bad. Nobody can be on your side.
I don't
like. I'll just like this is, as an aside. I really don't like it when you get YouTubers and they've got like their arcade cabinets in the background. Like, do you think that Tommy actually goes and plays these arcade machines? They're just like set dressing right, and they're not very expensive. I think these pretty cheap put together ones you can get for like $100 each or something. And Boogie has a bunch of these as well. A lot of people have like the Mortal Kombat one or something from like Costco or something. I don't know, but like I don't know. It's so cliched. It's so unoriginal. You just got all these gaming arcades in the background. What is it? Is Tommy C a gamer? I don't know. Does he just go play arcade when he's just waiting for the stream to start? Like they just turn on the lights as soon as the stream's off. You unplug it so you can save on power bills, and then they just collect dust. It's like get a bit more creative with your backgrounds. I think.
Care if they do.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that you don't care.
Boogie, can we talk to your girlfriend? Boogie, can we talk to some sense into your girlfriend?
You know what I'm gonna do after this show, Boogie? I'm gonna wake my wife up and let her watch this show.
Come here for a second.
I want. We should explain to his girlfriend what's happening right now.
Do we really need to drag her into it? I mean,
come here.
No, Jim. So she has to know that her boyfriend could get $50K right now just to prove.
Hold on.
She needs to know
Let's
that.
be real. 65,000 at a Disney
Can you
trip.
speak to the microphone? Let them know
about to be homeless.
you were in the room
she lives in that house and she's about to be homeless.
You let them know that you've heard them say those words.
This is fucking no. Like he's preparing her for this. He's telling like you can't just say like, okay, come here. Hey, girlfriend. You heard them say this words exactly right. Polythymeria vera, whatever. Like, come on now. Of course she's gonna back him up. You're telling her. Yeah, exactly. He's coaching her. He's fucking coaching her. What the fuck? I mean, grooming more likely, but yeah.
I can confirm that they said those words that he had polycythemia.
They've offered me you remember we talked about not sharing my medical records last night, that I wouldn't do it under any circumstance, right? They're offering me $50,000.
You're coaching her.
They're offering me $50,000. Oh, hold on. You can tell her then. Here, you tell her.
Okay. Listen, Desi. So this is what's happening, right? A big streamer is calling him out, saying that he has the wrong form of that disease. It's the non-cancer one, based on his treatments and whatnot. Boogie is saying he has the cancer one. So they're asking for proof. If he shows the medical records, the pot is up to $50,000 he would get, and he's still refusing to doing it. And he's saying he's going to quit the internet, quit the show, quit everything, and sell his house, the one you live in. That makes no sense.
It's his choice though, so I have to stand by him.
Can you blink twice if you can answer?
And she's just gone. She's gone. It's his choice. I gotta respect.
Yeah. And for the record,
he's trained it very well.
By the way, baby, I already looked it up on the web portal. I already screenshotted it. It's a matter of just fucking dropping that in the group chat, just so you know. But we're not fucking doing that. But look,
He's just showing her the Uber Eats for the evening. It could be anything. Just show us, fucking Boogie. Show us what are you getting? Domino's, KFC, taquitos. What it's going to be?
You see those words right there? You see those words right there?
Just send it to me.
No,
send it to me.
Fuck you.
Via
no.
text. Why?
No.
You think I would leak
Fuck
it?
You.
Do you think
I actually don't think. I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
I would never.
You.
I would never. It's against the law.
Yeah, he'd have too much to lose. He's got too much to lose business-wise if he did that.
Yeah, it's against the law too, right? I'd break some type of law.
HIPAA laws, yeah.
No, HIPAA laws don't apply to Keemstar. They apply to doctors. They apply to nurses. Like if somebody sends you their medical records if free of their own volition, you can share those, sure. What does Keem like Dr. Keemstar? Come on now.
Yeah. I'm gonna let him have the win.
What's the reasoning behind that? Why are you letting him have the win?
Because as I said to Jackson Clark 2 years ago, or at least said
Jackson Clark. God damn.
Yeah, I am not sharing my medical records. I'm not sharing this with the internet. This is for me. I'm good.
How much money did Jackson Clark get you to fucking say his name?
Yeah, I know, right?
On the stream.
I don't know.
Great advertising.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good for Penguin Zero, Jackson Clark, Penguin Zero, Jackson Clark. Check it out. Buy Faticoin there.
I don't know if the coin's going to be doing too well after today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hasn't been doing too great to begin with. It's a meme coin. Meme coins do what they do.
Guys,
they're worthless. You buy it, you go broke. That's what I said in the internet.
Yeah, meme coins, they lose 90% of their value as soon as they go on their exchanges because that's when the pump and dump occurs. Now, maybe somebody manipulates it back up and does a second round of pump and dumps, but that's pretty rare.
Video, remember, but whatever.
Guys, I'm going to leave. If you guys want to keep talking about that, that's fine. I'm going to go personally. I just want to say today has been a great day. It's been an amazing stream, and we probably got the best news we've ever gotten on this show. Boogie's cancer-free. See you guys.
All right. Oh, fucking read the donation.
Pretty good sign off though.
You literally can't do that because Keem's oh no, I guess you can. Okay.
Yes, I sure can.
All right.
I think Keem laughed. Wow, this has been enlightening. I think you're making a retarded decision if you're telling the truth, and if you're lying, it's just going to bite you. But I would take the money, man. I take it. Sometimes in life you got to hit shit and smile, man.
Listen, now that we're off camera, let me just go ahead and say, because I can't say this in front of the fucking internet. Okay, but now there's just us men. It comes down to.
Does he think that the recording has stopped? Is anyone going to say that they're still on the internet? Is he going to drop the real details here?
Something that we have talked about till we're blue in the face. Desi's been prepared for this. Chad has been prepared for this. We've been prepared for this, right? And ultimately, everybody says the same thing. This is my decision. And I have been abundantly transparent on the internet to the point of no longer serving myself. And there would be no good that would come of sharing this. They say $25,000. They say everybody were attracted. They say all that, but it will never. The stigma would never go away.
Shut up every detractor.
It would not. It would not. It would not. It would not.
It absolutely would.
Once this grenade.
Yeah, I think it might be an accident.
Once pulled out this grenade tonight, it was already over.
Motherfucker, I'd be cartwheeling through fire hoops for 50K. What the fuck are you talking? I got broken. I'd be tap dancing down the street with a top hat.
That I would do. But the problem is, once Mutahar tweeted, Boogie's lied about cancer. He's not going to tweet a retraction.
Oh, then you took such offense?
No, he would. I'm pretty sure he would.
The Mutahar, you guys hate each other anyway. What the fuck do
I
you
understand,
care?
but what I'm saying is, it's got 10,000 likes, right?
And look how stupid he would look if you prove him wrong. He'd look like the biggest asshole on earth.
No one will believe that. No one will believe that.
I'll believe it when he writes you a check for $50,000.
It was over when Destiny came in, and he will never write that check regardless. You know that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't either. And
I don't understand how it was over when Destiny came in. I would have just been like, oh yeah, well look here. Here's the.
You don't think Destiny would apologize and be
once,
like, I'm a dick?
Yeah, he'd have to.
Because here's the thing, and you guys know this. Once this accusation comes in, like Wings is a pedo, that's an accusation that will haunt him till the end. I'm not going to live on an internet where the accusation.
It's completely your apples and oranges.
These are black and white. There's no doctor's note that says, signed by Dr. Feelgood. Wings ain't fucking those kids.
But listen, if I send this right now, they're just going to say I'm lying.
How would they say I'm lying?
I don't know. I don't know. They always do. They're saying
then let them take the fucking money.
I've been getting treatments for 2 fucking years, and they still say I'm lying. Right? There's no reasoning.
Yeah, but for the symptoms, which could be of many different things.
Reasonable people. There's no reasoning with
we understand it. We've been doing this for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for finally seeing it my way. Thank you.
You're being unreasonable.
I think this is.
What is the unreasonable? What is the unreasonable?
I would not walk away from my house. I would not walk away from 50K.
I would not walk away.
I would not walk away from an internet career that's going to give you revenue. I would not walk away from shitting on these people.
Yeah,
and
we are
proving them
different.
wrong.
We are different people.
Yeah, you're being ridiculous.
Jim, again, since we're not live, I can say this. I've been looking for an exit plan for a while.
This is an awful exit plan.
No, it's a pretty good one for me.
This is
the equivalent of dropping the grenade in the room knowing I can't come.
No, this is the equivalent of
this is just total self-delete bait, because Boogie has talked to no end about how he has to reinvent himself and keep making videos so that he can keep himself afloat, so he can pay for the mortgage, so he can pay for the medical bills, so he can pay for everything, so he can support Desi, his girlfriend, when he eventually kicks the bucket or whatever. If he just stops going on the internet, his entire revenue stream is gone. It's obliterated. So the only logical follow through for that is that he's going to sell everything, give the money to people, and then just go off into the wilderness and have the coyotes eat him. So this is just again, it's just like it's an appeal for a sympathy from the audience.
Dropping the grenade in your pants.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's no coming back from this, and that's good.
There absolutely is. Prove them wrong and make that money.
No, even if I tweeted, even if I fucking got my doctor to say, Boogie's always had polycythemia vera. Right now, if I fucking called him somehow, which I don't have.
They've already agreed to the terms. They don't need to do any of that. You just need to show a screen cap to one of them.
And here we are. People still believe Desi's 19 because of that bullshit. And that was in a private group chat. Mutahar tweeted this shit.
It's a fucking red herring.
No, so like when Boogie started talking to his girlfriend, she was 19. I believe that is the case. But it's been a couple of years now, so she's like 21, I believe now, because I think they just celebrated giving her first like alcohol. And I think in the documentary, Boogie, Desi's 20 because she can't drink when they're at the comedy show.
And they never took that back. And they never took that. I know they never took that back.
Who's the magical they? We're talking $5,000.
They never took that back. They wouldn't take this back. They never took that back. They won't take.
Who's they? We're talking. Oh, Mutahar wouldn't. Yeah.
Keem, all these people. None of them took the fucking Desi. You know, and it is what.
No believes Desi's 19. Boogie.
Nobody
does. They're griefing you.
Literally,
they sure did fucking say it a lot, and they're griefing me about this. I understand that. But I'm good. This is too much grief. This is too much.
Is Desi over the age of 18? Is she over the age of 18?
This is too much.
Is Desi over? Then I don't care.
This is too much.
I don't think anybody else gives a shit.
I think this is too much grief, and I think Keem knew that.
This is. No, it isn't. This is your exit plan is to make yourself look like a liar, put $50,000 in the gutter, lose your house, and lose your revenue streams.
Good thinking.
I'm gonna lose a lot more than that. You know,
again,
you sure showed
like
that.
I'm gonna lose the ability to go to.
And you're never coming back.
Go away,
walk out in the street. Yeah,
okay,
there's no coming back.
No, what I'm saying is, what you're saying, you're never coming back. We're never going to see you on YouTube.
How could I? How could
No. That's not what I'm asking. That's
how would it be possible?
That's not an answer. I'm asking you to definitively say, I am never coming back. I'm gone. I'm never coming back to YouTube.
Jim,
I'm never coming back to Twitter.
Well, Jim, I try not to speak in definitives, so I will say that it is possible I would try again, but it would certainly be unsuccessful.
Oh, wait, Metokur, I just realized he broke his anti-Discord rule. Like he literally started. He said he would never use Discord because it's a honeypot, which is true. But just to felt Boogie, he actually downloaded Discord. Amazing. There is some development in the story there.
Okay, so you're coming back.
So you're saying see you next Tuesday?
What would the plan look like?
Probably like this plan, disastrous.
Yeah. So, and I mean, obviously, it is what it is.
Think about it. Think about this pride shit, Boogie. Like you see all that stuff behind you that you've collected over your life that everybody said like.
I don't give a shit about that. I'll smash that gold play button for fun right now. I don't give a fuck. You can have it.
But
do it. I want to see it. Do it. You guys will get donations. Do it on stream right now.
We're not on stream.
You are literally on stream right now.
God damn it! These black screens, Tommy, come on now.
Who said
no, we're not.
No, we don't.
Keemstar just left.
I said it was going to read off donations. What are you talking about?
Oh,
because like the sheriff's
department... Vito was literally telling me. He texted me that we're still live. Okay, no, you're right. Yeah, I thought we were not. I apologize.
Yeah. Imagine having a pedo on your DMs. What the fuck? Veto hit tips coming in. Oh wow. I mean Boogie does have his child bride, so that kind of makes sense.
The sheriff's department's going to take your shit when you default on the mortgage or you sell the house and they'll go put it on the street.
Yeah, I know.
What? Tommy has a camera to show his video game arcades? Come on now. You never played that shit before in your life.
How many subs in chat do you think you get for smashing that fucking play button? Let's start with the bits.
For them to make money? I'm not going to. They may play.
Well, you were going to do it for free, so yeah, let's get some money out of this. How many fucking donations, chat? Subscribers.
I mean, to make these guys money, not interested.
You're making the money right now.
Privately, I would do it privately. Well, again, I thought we weren't streaming. So.
Well, this whole show you've been making the money. If you hate him so much, I'm surprised he didn't walk.
No, this was me deciding to let it play out the way that it was always going to play out. I wanted to make sure that we got the grenade off in my pants so that I was good to go. I'm good to go. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, hang on.
Thanks for watching. Hey, Jim, I appreciate you.
I still think this is I think you're making the wrong choice.
Probably. But at the end of the day, I will be able to say to myself on my deathbed, however long that is, 100 years from now, if I'm fucking still
lucky. I think
a
special needs student can make a better choice than you're making right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm making the one that is going to allow me to fucking sleep tonight. And if I fucking did,
no, you're literally making the one that's going to make it so you can't sleep tomorrow night when you lose your house.
Because Keem said he quit. You're going to tell me this? No, come on.
Okay, so all right, so let's talk about what is the other plan right now?
Show them a screen cap and make 50 grand, and everybody looks like an asshole. You make them all look terrible.
Hey, did you not message me and say, do you have polycythemia secondary or something like that?
Boogie, did you not tell Destiny that if he asked you the night before, you would have sent him the medical records?
Probably, yeah. I'm not.
So you're gonna send it to me?
No, you're not fucking Destiny.
What the fuck?
Are you fucking Destiny? Holy shit!
Apparently I'm in a
You're
whole
fucking
group
Nicholas
chat with him,
Florio.
dude.
Wait, no. You said this was a hill you were going to die on. I'll never show my medical records. Not me. Never going to happen. And you were already considering doing this?
That's a good point. Like he said, like 2 years ago, he made this decision, which is obviously false. But he would have done it last night, except he'd already planned 2 years ago not to do it. You just can't. Every breath he takes is a lie.
For people,
if you asked him nicely the night before, he would have sent them, Jim.
No, I'm saying it would have had a possibility, but there's no possibility now.
Wait, you told me that you ran off with, like you said in the stream, that you
I'm
ran off with
good.
your girlfriend. You were panicking all night. Oh, Nick's
Anyway,
group chat. They're going to close me tomorrow.
I'm good, Nick.
You're full of shit,
I'm good.
dude.
You're right. I probably wouldn't have shown him. You're
Go
right.
hang out with your girlfriend who needs drugs to socialize in public settings, the one that you love to raise.
Use drugs? What drugs do you think I use?
The weed. How do you pay for all your weed, by the way, if you're so fucking
Her
broke?
parents pay for her weed. And I don't smoke.
Wait, what the fuck? Her parents pay for her, like, so she's living with Boogie, but she has to buy her own weed, which her parents are buying for her? What the fuck? Is this? I mean, I guess I just said he lies every other breath, but like, what the fuck?
You're getting weed from your girlfriend's parents?
No
allowance.
Dude, why don't you just get your fucking girlfriend's parents to pay your medical bills too?
Because
then you won't have to do crypto scams anymore.
Because I'm not their son.
Bro, you're marrying into big money?
No.
Wait, is that
Certainly
the plan?
not after this.
Wait. Is Boogie the gold digger? Plot twist. Boogie's the gold digger?
Certainly not after this. No, she doesn't come from big money. Dude, do you have any idea how ridiculously cheap weed is? She goes through a cart every 3 weeks. It's $50.
Did you
and even though I was paying for it,
where do you get this? Like, there's no like legal.
every dispensary all over the nation. Have you not been to one?
You're bringing her across state lines?
No.
Like,
I think this is the first time I've seen Nicholas Jory. He seems pretty funny, actually.
I'm not getting this here. So wait, so you told me that, like, you said that you have the polycythemia or whatever the fuck your disease is. You
Sure.
told Destiny that if he
Polycythemia
asked
there.
you, did I not ask you nice enough?
I don't respect you. So I respect
Oh
that.
no! What am I gonna do?
I'm just saying I don't respect you. I respect Destiny. But you're actually right in calling me on this. I certainly would not have shown Destiny. I would have probably stood on my principles, yeah.
Your principles. What principles do you have? You just scammed your fans for $10,000.
Yeah, and that is different from tweeting out my medical records and showing my medical records. And
The fucking Twilight Zone? Is this, what am I? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, it is what it is. Well, you guys have a great night.
You too, Boogie. Yo, the fucking cops around him doing
Is
medical.
that it? Is that Boogie leave or does he come back? Looks like the show goes on for another hour and a half. I think if Boogie's gone, I think that'll be into that. Let's see. They get Mutahar comes back. Who's this? Some monkey joins the chat, and then looks like Tommy reads all the super chats. I guess that's the end of it. Right. So Keem, I showed this a little bit earlier, but Keem actually confirmed that Boogie proves he doesn't have cancer. So after this stream, this is about an hour ago, Keem tweeted out, "I just got off the phone with Boogie2988. He is not going to delete himself. No need for a wellness check. I can't say too much without leaking private information, but I will say that he has agreed to do the test for cancer at some point." Well, first of all, I don't think this is ever going to happen, but that means that he has not had a confirmed cancer result. If he hasn't got the test to prove it, he has to do it again, or he has to do it for the first time. They have a test that suggests he could have a type of cancer. So it may very well be possible that Boogie does have cancer. But until this test is concluded, it is not known for sure, and he was lying about it. It's very funny because if Boogie does get a proper cancer result back, then he's probably going to be happy. Imagine that you're happy to have a cancer test. So that's I guess where it is. We'll have to see what happens. As of this moment, I think Boogie's Twitter account is still deactivated. You can reactivate it anytime. That's not a big loss. Boogie, let's see if he's lost any more subscribers on his channel. I'd be interested to see how this goes. Subscribers. Looks like he's losing 10,000 every month. Not a great look. Not a great look. Boogie's channel is still active. He has not deleted that, so he has not ruined himself from the internet, as he said. I think he's going to be back, like It's like, yeah, most people think he's going to be back. Be sure to like the stream, by the way, if you haven't. So next time, I was actually going to talk about this, but I want to do a show talking about Aaron from the Steel Toe Morning Show, because I found this video of this clip of him. It's actually really interesting. I might segue it into the next stream that happens about Ricada, but there's apparently an entire world of steel toe A-logs, and there was some insane cope coming out of Aaron, and it looks like Keanu, and who's his co-host or whatever, has broken off as well. Here it is. So we might go into that next time. I found this one. This is actually, it kind of feels weird to put it into the end of the Boogie show. There's some people that like, obviously people that are interested in Ricada stuff will probably be interested in this. So I may as well put that together with it. This is absolutely insane. But I think we'll do that at the next stream, maybe tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. There's some other stuff I want to go through, but I was kind of waiting for more information to drop. I wasn't planning on streaming today, but it's been a bit crazy. I saw Max in the chat earlier. Maybe I'll get Max on at some point to talk about his own personal white whale, who apparently just passed out on stream tonight. We'll have to wait and see. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see if there's updates coming along the way. I'll guarantee you that Boogie fumbles the return. Like, he could make a lot of money from this if he goes on his own channel and just comes out and says, hey, look, okay, I lied. Here's the real story. He's probably going to go on some other person's channel and completely deprive himself of income. But we'll see that when it happens, as it is. And with that said and done, let's have a quick look. Looks like no one else is streaming to restream too. So I hope you have a nice night. Peace out, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Stay safe out there.